if I do?
Covino and Rich.
Are you ready? Honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
Get ready.
Turn on the radio.
Get ready.
Whoa! Yeah!
Holy mother nugget! And holy mother meatball! Can't knock the hustle.
I'm the smartest man alive! You're so ridiculous. What? You're such a fool. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm a disc jockey.
What's a disc jockey?
Turn it up. Here we go. Covino and Rich.
Let's go!
What's up, Vatos Locos?
Oh, buddy!
On this Tres de Mayo. Happy Tres de Mayo, everybody.
Doesn't get enough credit.
Lots of tacos this week between today on this Tres de Mayo. I saw the forecast. It's raining tacos. And then Thursday's the big fiesta. Happy May the 4th be with you Eve, everybody. And welcome to the show. Sports, entertainment, life. Hope you had a Heat/Suns sort of Monday. Let's kick ass on this taco motherfucking Tuesday. And that's what's up. Now here's what Steve likes to do. Wow. Keyboard giveaway. I'll be rocking that.
Dumbass.
All right.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Today, we're going to talk about games. We're going to talk about
Dumbass.
food. We're going to talk about butt cheeks.
Yeah, you dumbass.
We're going to talk about like how to trap a human
Yeah, you dumbass.
if you were an alien. Does that really happen?
Dumbass.
That shit was a hot topic.
Yeah, if you're high out of your mind.
Dumbass.
Like Rich.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Spotty's here.
Couldn't
looking
sleep.
handsome.
Couldn't sleep well last night.
Ran out of edibles?
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I ran out of edibles.
Did you?
No,
Did you
I
run out of
just,
sleepy
I
time
was.
ones?
It was too late. And I'm like, I'm not gonna take an edible now. And I just could toss it and turning. I tossed and turned.
Sounds like you're dependent on them.
You ever have insomnia? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Where's it from?
Oh wait, don't tell me.
The douchebag lawyer in.
Better call Saul.
Wow.
You know, that guy who speaks like a robot. No, Jimmy. No, Jimmy.
Do you mean Hamlin?
Yeah.
From Hamlin and McGill?
That guy. Yeah, he has insomnia like Rich. I'm still behind on
Ooh.
Better Call Saul.
It's a great show, though. I'm glad
Kind
you're
of like
catching up.
our listener, Tanya, who just started Breaking Bad. I'm a little behind. Not like 10, 12 years behind.
I saw what you responded to her. Tanya, one of our newer listeners.
Yeah.
But we appreciate. We love you, Tanya.
Of
Tanya
course.
was listening to.
If we're talking about you, it means we love you.
She was listening to the Have Kids They Said podcast.
Yes.
And was like, oh, Rich has another podcast because I promote us. And she found us. So she found us and Breaking Bad. And Covino hit her up and said, you know, we also had a black president.
Yeah. Was she in a coma in the early 2000s? She's like, I was being a mom.
What the hell?
It happens. I get it. But come on. Hey, at least she's on it, right? At least she's checking it out.
Well,
but I'm behind on Better Call Saul. I'm on season 4 now. And it's great. It really is so underrated, and it's just getting me more hyped to catch up.
I think you're going to say it's getting you horny.
That's what I heard.
I mean, you like Kim Wexler?
Jimmy McGill is kind of ripped for an older guy.
If any show is going to keep you up to date on the early 2000s, it's this show.
That's what I'm saying.
Fun fact, though, Bob Odenkirk, a Covino and Rich fan.
He is.
He used to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
He listened to our show, which was kind of cool. So,
You did say that.
yeah, I
Bob
appreciate that guy, and he's great in the show.
Odenkirk is so good.
And I really feel like, you know, certain things when I'm on Turbo, on SXM Turbo, I often make the reference that I feel like we didn't appreciate Audio Slave as much as we should have because they were awesome. It was Rage Against the Machine with Chris Cornell. And we're like, yeah, super groups, whatever. Now I wish we had more of that shit, right? But we don't, we can't. I feel like we took it for granted. Same with Better Call Saul. I feel like, yeah, you mean the prequel to Breaking Bad? Whatever. It's kind of slow. And you watch it now, it's like, this is great. It's so great.
Fantastic. It's
really
quacktastic.
great. It is a little slow, but the characters are great, and it's all building to the new season now, the final season that leads into Breaking Bad, which everybody's sort of buzzing about, saying, yo, this is great.
Season 4, which is what you're watching now.
Yeah.
Is that when they're, let's just say, building and the German dudes and all that? That's season 4?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm a little behind and catching up. That's what I did yesterday. So I hope you had a great Monday night.
It's no spoiler, but I was unaware that as it got to season 4, 5, I'm caught up to real time, season 6. But it's cool when you start seeing like Uncle Hank cameos and they start really incorporating the Breaking Bad people.
I can't do my King of Breakfast impression anymore, huh?
Why not?
It's insensitive.
Hey, Uncle Hank. No,
Yeah.
Uncle. Yeah, no.
Can't do it.
Yeah,
Oh, Hank's his dad.
Can't do it.
No, Hank's his uncle. Yeah. Uncle Hank.
King of
Uncle Hank.
Breakfast.
King of Breakfast.
King of Breakfast.
Walt Jr.
Walt Jr.
Loves breakfast.
Who loved breakfast more than that kid?
Kid loved breakfast.
He did.
There's a character that I forget his fate in Breaking Bad, or maybe you don't know his fate yet, and I don't want to know because when you're like, if I forget, then I'm better off forgetting. I'll figure it out eventually.
Is it Tuco?
One of
No, it's not Tuco
Jesse
Salamanca.
Pinkman's goons.
No, it's
Is it the?
the main dude, the guy that plays Nacho,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ignacio,
Right.
who is
right.
Lalo's fucking dude, who's sort of working a double life.
Well, anyway.
But that guy's such a great actor. And I'm like, do I remember him from Breaking Bad or just another gang movie or something? He's so good, that guy.
I don't want to take
Does
you back
watching the show
to...
make you miss working at ESPN? Because I feel like all those names were people that you worked with at ESPN.
Oh, yeah, I worked with, you thought I was talking about Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul? I was talking about the production crew for Now or Never. Ignacio, Lalo, Tuco, Salamanca.
Well, I don't want to take you back in time for no reason, just because I'm behind. I don't want to take you back to 2018 just because. I'm trying to fast forward to season 6.
By the way,
Trying to get there.
not to spurl it, but
That was more of a rewind.
Nacho.
No, it wasn't. That was a...
Nacho, which, by the way, there were 2 nachos at ESPN. Nacho.
Covino ate both of them.
Ignacio, who's so good on Better Call Saul. Dude Bro Stu, Efron, and Kim both hit us up saying he is not in Breaking Bad. So one of 2 things happens. They take him out, or he escapes, which is one of his plans all along. So I guess we'll see.
Well, I'm not trying to get nerdy about it.
Well, it's a great show, though.
I'm just
No one
letting you know
escapes, which means he's probably going to get taken out.
that that's
know.
what
No
I
one-
did
No one
yesterday.
escapes the business.
I also watched the Yankees win 10 in a row. What? Yankees, what? Beating the Blue Jays, who are also one of the hottest teams in the bigs. So I'm excited about that. I have pure joy and jubilee when I watch the Yankees
Can I
win.
tell you that one of the most understated things is how I had last season or so, I had become such an average at best football gambler. I got hot at times, but then I would get cold.
Mm.
I'm going to jinx myself, but I'm really slaying it with the baseball gambling. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm betting such small amounts, so it's not affecting anything. I'm betting like 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. But when the football season ended, I told you, I had maybe $800 lingering in my account. I'm like, I'll keep it there. Just betting $25 here or there or $50 on a parlay, doubled that money in the first month of the baseball season.
Wow.
Because last night, you know what I
It's
did?
like you got a new gig.
I did Yankees.
It's not called a gig, it's a job. Who said that on our show? It's not called a gig. It's called work.
Mike Urbantrout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had him on the show.
Jonathan Banks.
Sure did.
But yeah, last night I did Twins and Yankees parlay money line,
Jimmy
and they
McGill.
both won.
Or what's the brother?
Michael McKeon.
Michael McKeon. What's his
Yeah.
name?
McGill, something McGill.
Not Jimmy. Jimmy's
Chuck
McGill.
Yeah.
Jimmy's Basal.
So you're Rich is on fire right now. It's like he got a side gig making extra bank. He's just betting on baseball.
I should raise my bets.
I'm making way more walking around, but that's okay.
I should raise my bets. This guy's a doofus. You should raise your bets and then lie to us when you lose it all. I never lie about my gambling. Why would I do that? I've told you guys many times when I lose. It's just baseball seems to be the equation I told you a month ago, to wrap it up, is simply it. You take good teams in the middle of the series when they're playing bad teams. Take the money line. Like last night, to me, it was all right, the Yankees are hot. Blue Jays are good, but hey, you know what? Let me roll with the Yankees one more time.
You got lucky because the Blue Jays are good.
Yeah, no, but I'm not going to do that again. And
So
now
you're going against your own theory. You take good pitching against bad lineups. You just
But I went with the Yankees yesterday because I just felt like when the Yankees get hot for some reason, they're a team that just beats everyone. Now today, I'll post my pick later, see how I do. Maybe if I start posting them, I'll start losing.
So between the Yankees and Better Call Saul, I'm back at the gym, right? Or as Ted Alexandro says, I belong to a gym. Well, I don't belong there, but I go. Everybody's talking about what they're working out. Ass and head. He does his little his chicken strut. Childhood issues. Is there a machine for that? So I'm at the gym and I got to tell you, in my life, I don't think I've ever been as sore from
That's good. That's a good
barely
sign.
lifting. Like it's incredible to feel your muscles again. You're like, oh my God. Like I can't even do my patented pimp myself shirt adjustment. I'm like, yeah, I can't even adjust my clothes without feeling pain. But yeah, I'm at the gym, and here's my gym observation after not being there in 2 years.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you even go to the gym if you don't post a selfie? Does it even count? Like,
it's so funny.
Did you even go if you didn't post a post-workout selfie?
I don't even want to talk about it, right? Let the results and the gains speak for themselves, like Chip and Joanna. So I'm at the gym. I belong to a gym. I don't belong there, but I go.
So, girl,
It's a good Ted Alexandro.
It's a great segment. It's a great bit of his.
Yeah. So I'm there, and I'm listening to my. You know what my shit is right now? I'm not even kidding you. The new Chili Peppers album is my shit, and I'm also listening to the new Limp Bizkit. I'm like divorced dad, fucking rock ambassador.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't. I was gonna say it sounds like you're really leaning into the divorced dad rock ambassador.
There's a song called Dad Style, I think, by Limp Bizkit. That's so good right now. It's on their new album called Still Sucks. It's really good.
Did we ever find out if Fred Durst was dressing like that as a joke or for real?
Oh no, it's his thing.
No. And people don't know Fred Durst dresses like stepdad Gary now.
Yo, Covino, thanks for the shout outs. Yo.
He traded in the baggy pants and the backwards red Yankees hat for like a sweater vest and khakis.
Yo, it's so good, man. What's it called? Dad Life? Dad Style? Dad something? I'm looking right now. Dad Vibes. Dad Vibes is good, man. So anyway, Dad Vibes getting me. It sounds corny, I know. Dad Vibes. But it's a good song. It's got a good little rhythm and hook to it.
He probably plays that for Melody and she rolls her eyes. Check out your dad with the swag. Stop it, Dad. You're embarrassing me.
I promise you, you're going to know Dad Vibes. I think it's going to be a somewhat semi-comeback from Limp Bizkit.
I don't know. When Fred Durst says the drip, it's like, come on,
Bro,
Fred.
You say the drip.
When did I ever say the drip?
You're like, man, he's got the drip.
I've never said that word in my life.
Russell Westbrook got the drip.
Never said that word in my life.
He did, bro.
Stop trying to justify Fred Durst.
I'm getting all fired up, listening to Dad Vibes. The album's pretty good. I want to give it a shot. It's not bad at all. But the Chili Peppers album is so good because it's so Chili Peppers. It sounds like, old Chili Peppers. John Frusciante's back, but Rich, I can't get this. So it's like an earworm that I can't stop. Listen, I can't stop like the Chili Peppers. Can't stop the lyrics in a see-through. This life is more than just a read-through. So I'm just there at the gym. I'm observing. I'm doing my old lady fucking treadmill thing. But here's what I've decided. I'm not wasting time doing that.
I'm concerned for a second, though.
Yeah.
You said you're sore from the gym?
Beyond.
Can you raise your arm for rock horns? Or is it...
I'm like,
Oh, no.
Actually, I saw a dude who kind of looked like a rockin' vato, and I wanted to throw him up one of these, but I couldn't. I couldn't even give him the vato nut because it was like, my pec feels sore.
Man.
I could barely move. Honestly, for like barely doing anything, I'm amazed at how sore I am right now. I don't think I've ever been in this sore in my life. That's how fucking soft I got.
Since the early 2000s.
Seriously, it's ridiculous. But hey, I think I'll have a quick comeback. I predict 2 comebacks.
What you do?
Limp Bizkit and me in the summer of
Let's be Jim
2022.
Bro.
I'll bet on you. I'll bet on you.
Let's be Gym Bros. What'd you do? What'd you work out?
Yesterday,
Yeah.
ass and head. Childhood issues.
It's funny.
Yesterday was I'm too sore to really do anything. So I did a really fucking lame back workout and I did some tries and I did some like core. I did like 15 minutes on the treadmill. Like I'm like, I really can't do much today. I'm too sore from the previous day. So I wanted to go.
And what'd you do the previous day?
Like mostly chest and buys and stuff
Ass.
like that.
Ass and head.
And a dad work balance. What else is he working on?
Perineum. You know the perineum machine? The perineum machine? Yeah, I was working that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
People were looking. It was weird. But here's what I noticed. Who cares about me? I don't even care about me at the gym. Who gives a shit? You know, what are my goals at 45? I don't know. I really don't know.
Let me tell you.
To be ripped like Jesus? I'm kind of past that. It'd be nice.
You know what sort of inspired me the other day? You showed me a picture and I'm like, you know what? It's a good motivator. Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, yeah. He looked good. You know who responded?
Really?
I don't text Ryan Seacrest ever or tweet or comment to Ryan Seacrest. I don't hate the guy. I'm just letting you know I don't have a relationship with him. And I wrote Swolecrest.
And he responded? Oh, God, I got to look this up.
Yeah, he liked it. He just liked it.
Oh, you liked it. I was going to say Swolecrest.
But Covino is on his comeback. And here's the thing with Covino. It doesn't take a lot for me to get in decent shape. And then I'm content with that. If I really pushed it, I probably could be in good shape in a short amount of time. I think I still got that in me. Maybe 5 more years of that, if that. But with minimal effort goes a pretty long way with me. So I think I'll be good. That's not even what I'm here to talk about. Who cares about my
you know what? You know what I did think was awesome. I don't know what made me. I know what made me watch this. I went into the living room last night, and my mom said, "Can you put something on for me?" I go, "What do you want to watch?"
And
Ted Lasso.
Rich put on lingerie.
Sure. I like, you know, my mom's like, I can't work the remote, so I'm her remote boy while she's here. So I put on, she wanted to watch American Idol. She goes, I don't know, like the current one. I'm like, do you want me to like start from weeks ago? She goes, no, I just want to watch something like light like that. So I was like, all right. I put on Idol, and it happened to be an hour-long special, the 20-year anniversary of American Idol. And I felt terrible. Randy Jackson looks sick. Paula Abdul looks fantastic.
Sick? Like really sick?
Yeah, like
Why?
skinny.
'Cause he's thin?
No, but I like.
Really? You think it's worse than
Man,
that?
I don't know. But I thought the highlight, pun intended, was Spot. Look at Seacrest's Instagram. The second post, he went back during one of the commercial breaks and came out with like the 2002 Seacrest blonde tip wig. But whoever made this wig, it wasn't like a joke. It looked fucking
It really looked like his hair.
authentic. Authentic. And I'm like,
Wow, wigs.
And-
Hey, guys, wigs have come a long way.
and you know what, Covino? It made me
look at
realize
Rich.
how in the 2000s
Yeah.
we thought, oh, this is our style's pretty basic. We'll never be able to see if it's dated. The 2000s look dated now. But in the time,
we had that conversation with Dane Cook, not the name drop, but we had that. He's like, my mission was, remember? He's like, when I did it was called Vicious Circle.
yeah, one of those. That
He's
might
like-
have been the one.
He's like, I wanted to pick an outfit that wouldn't date the he's
So
like,
he
you
took
look at it now.
graphic T-shirt and bootcut jeans.
No, he had a tank top on and like they look like Jinko jeans when you see him from today's perspective. And he said he specifically chose that outfit so that it didn't look dated years from now. And it looked dated fucking 5, 6, 7 years ago when we talked to him last.
I know.
They brought out William Hung.
William Hung performed She Bangs for 30 seconds.
I want to punch him in the face.
You know who looked
in
really-
the face.
You know, not that I'm a big Idol guy. I was in the 2000s, but there was a 10-year period where I didn't watch it.
This
But-
season's been great.
but Spot,
even
I
though-
watched,
even though I kind of fell off of it,
Isn't it amazing how Rich turns my conversation into like a story about Ryan Seacrest?
right?
It's just, like,
Well, no, you're talking about
your
going-
uncanny ability to do that is unbelievable.
All right, so I see.
No, but you
William
were.
Hung.
Hold on, you were talking about Ryan Seacrest, and
know
I just
how it
happened to see
Jordan Sparks looks great.
him last night. And you know who looked great?
Jordan Sparks.
Ruben Studdard.
Which one's
Guy
that?
lost a lot of weight.
Oh,
He
there
looks
he is.
like slick, and
Oh,
he's
he's
doing
fine.
some like
He's behind Seacrest.
he's doing some Luther Vandross tour where he covers all Luther Vandross music, and I can see people wanting to see that. He's like a talented guy.
I don't know who has
You should cover the Fat Boys.
But Spot,
I should cover the fat.
But Seacrest and the
The
hair.
fat boys are back. And you know they can never be whacked. The fat boys are back. And you know it's the fat boys.
Well-
Ruben started here with the fat boys, yeah.
No, it's more like
What?
no, you got to be like a little more clogged because you're heavy,
Oh, yeah.
kind
So-
of like Biggie-ish.
I mean,
Well-
he's not that thin.
Seacrest and the hair. Back to your gym story, but look at that hair. I mean, it really, that's...
Holy shit, that is pretty good.
Rich,
Like
had,
when-
that, Rich had that hair in the early 2000s.
Can you look like the close-up?
Yeah,
though?
between his legs.
The close-up though?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's like a good wig.
It's like a Mark McGrath
And that's
special.
just the sweet one.
You know what
Justin
it is?
Guarini.
It's the sweet one.
It's the sweet
Why?
one.
How come they couldn't get him a wig?
Little sweet.
They should have got him his 2002
They
wig.
should have got him his, who's the guy on The Simpsons?
Sideshow Bob.
They should have got his Sideshow Bob wig.
Well, that was the joke. Seacrest goes, I thought we were wearing the old wigs. And Guarini's like, oh, no, sorry, dude. He was very charismatic,
It looks like
Guarini.
Seacrest got the Mark McGrath in a bag Halloween costume.
The other takeaway was, of all the past American Idols that performed,
Yeah.
Scotty McCreery, baby shall let them doors and that guy, the baby lock them doors guy, baby lock them doors.
That melon head, I remember.
I was unaware. He has 4 #1 country songs in a row, and he's up there as far as like the most successful alumni.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations. Platinum record for Gotti.
And you know who else was there? And the one guy that looked old, like everyone seems like,
I know.
not Taylor Hicks, don't say it.
Taylor Hicks. He looked
always-
old
yeah.
in 2000.
There's one guy that looked old. Everyone else, for the most part, you're like, damn, everyone over the last 10 to 20 years looks fantastic.
Oh, Daughtry? Was he there?
No, he was not. 3 people weren't there, and it's probably the 3 biggest ones. Underwood, Kelly Clarkson, who's on The Voice, and Daughtry. And Fantasia wasn't there either. It was like a handful of people,
I'm
but
not a Daughtry fan. I feel bad about what happened to his. It was his stepdaughter, right?
yeah.
She was murdered or she died. I forget the details, but I don't know if I could think of anyone slaying it more than that dude did on that show. I remember just being
he was
amazed.
so good.
He was like really
the
great.
only guy that
It was really, and
the-
it stood out because no one was really doing rock at the time,
Oh, yeah,
especially.
he was
so
so
it
good.
stood out a lot. You're like, man, this dude's incredible.
I would say the only guy that was better on the American Idol stage, maybe,
okay.
was Adam Lambert.
Oh, that dude is super
And-
talented too.
And I mean, he's doing big things now, but
suicide. By the way.
It was suicide.
that was Kelly
But they
Pickler.
did start it off with murder.
Yeah, they thought it was.
Yeah, the story was Daughtry's daughter got murdered at first.
and then it turned
Yeah.
into suicide.
Oh, that's so sad.
But before you get back to your gym story, just look at this picture of a guy that you remember. Yeah, look at Randy Jackson. The close up, he just looked a little like
Yeah,
gaunt. But yeah, they
Paula
brought out
looks good.
Paula Abdul. Looks fantastic.
Paula looks fantastic. Well, she's been dancing.
There's Scotty McCreery, little nerd turned like country
Who's
superstar.
that girl?
Something Alana, I don't know, something.
Lana.
He's real good, that kid, Scotty McCreery. He sang
Ivana Humpalot.
he sang a song on that reunion show that I tell you, it was like his voice is. He might have the most natural, deep, perfect voice ever.
Hey.
Spots, find the song he sang, and then we'll move on. Then the rest of the show is yours.
I mean,
Scotty
you
McCreery.
couldn't wait to give us the whole reunion recap?
Because I
don't
didn't
even
think I
wanna
was.
talk
I
about
didn't
this
think
shit
I was going to
anymore.
bring it. I didn't think I was going to bring it up.
Let me have some fucking composure.
Lauren Elena. That's that. Thank you, Daniel Javier Fitz.
So it's not.
Yeah,
Ivana
you know what I
Humpalot?
say about that?
Yeah, it's a duet.
Whoopity doo. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna stick with Ivana Humpalot.
By the way, Spot, I saw a recent clip of Mike Myers. He's looking weird now.
Well, he
did
has
something.
a new movie coming out.
Yeah, but he did something.
Without saying a word, you can light up the dark.
Guy looks like Alfred E. Newman with a goatee.
Yeah, but listen to that voice.
he's a fucking
Fast forward to the
goodness.
harmonies. I mean, it's just fucking unbelievable.
I want to fast forward to Katy Perry's.
Anybody could
titties.
sing like that. I'm not impressed with that.
Who's this? Ivana Humpalot?
Yeah.
Oh, we know that Rich loves harmonies.
Oh, I was fucking shedding a tear with this one. I'm like, this is beautiful.
Rich has some preaches as we speak.
Gross.
I thought that was great. The one guy that looked old, though. Do you remember the dude that had like
Lionel Richie?
Lionel Richie looks fantastic.
He does.
He's definitely had more fillers put in.
There was the dude that looked like he should have been in the Goo Goo Dolls. Remember David Cook? He had Johnny Resnick hair. Look up an old picture.
Karen hair?
Yeah, he had Karen hair. David Cook's the only guy that.
Oh, he's definitely had some eye work done.
He's the only guy that looked old as hell. And
He had John and Kate plus 8 hair.
him and Chris Allen performed together, and they picked a really odd song.
Is this him?
Yes.
Oh my God. Man, time is undefeated.
But Spot, they played a song that you love, but it was odd for two guys to sing. If you saw his before picture, you'd be like, this is him on Idol days.
Ah, jeez.
It's like when I see high school friends on Facebook. I'm like, I don't know that guy. Who's that? They're like, oh, that guy? Man, he looks like shit.
This is him.
Yeah. Remember
Holy
that?
shit.
Yeah, that's David Cook.
This is him now.
He turned into Everlast.
Yeah, so he looked like he should have been like in the Goo Goo Dolls or
I
something.
mean, they were all so young when they started the show.
But he sang a song, Spot. Pull up this, and then I'll be officially done. I love Idol. I'm not ashamed of it. He performed. I know you've been watching it, but he performed with Chris Allen, who is another winner. Well, yeah, another winner on American Idol. Remember, he was most famous for doing "Heartless" by Kanye, like acoustic. Short, little, good-looking kid.
Yeah.
Chris Allen, you're going to say, oh, I know that dude. It'll bring back memories to the 2000s.
Ins and outs with American Idol. Like I had certain seasons I watched and enjoyed, and then I fell off, and I'm sick of it. Like I was back and forth with it. Never consistent.
You remember Chris Allen, though? Remember that kid? Now he's got long hair.
I remember his face, yeah.
A great song, Spot, but two dudes singing it just felt weird. The Cranberries' Dreams.
Why?
I don't know.
Dolores O'Riordan wouldn't mind.
Why, Rich?
Titties.
I feel like this is something you would say was cute.
Not so cute. Here comes fucking Old Man McGee now.
All my dreams, it's never quite as it seems. It's never quite as it seems.
They both got great voices. They both won American Idol, but it was an odd duo, but But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was an hour, I watched it with my mom. We enjoyed it.
There's harmonies.
Yeah.
Totally amazing mind, so understanding and so kind. You're everything to me.
Man bun.
I might play the actual version today on Lithium immediately after this show.
I love that song.
SXM 34.
I love that song.
But I'll probably play
Dreams, such a good song.
Zombies instead. Zombie.
That's Sarah's karaoke song of choice.
Because that one's a little soft in the loafers for me.
Who said that? Oh.
Who said what, Spot?
What did they say?
David cooked, then ate.
Yes, that is true.
Good
My
one.
God.
It's not that he got
Good one, guy.
thick. He just looks old. Rich is
Yeah.
right. But hey, I mean,
Hey, people
look,
get old.
people
You know
get
what?
old.
You were talking when you walked in here this morning, and we will get back to Covino's gym story. You walked in here this morning, and I heard
you
you.
never finished it?
I heard
Who
you.
cares at
And,
this point? Rich came in here like this. Ah! Who cares?
I heard you. And
Typical.
Spot.
It's typical Rich. I'm just pointing it out. It happens
wanna
all the
hear-
time.
I want to
Don't
hear
worry,
about
you
the
guys.
gym. You
This
know
dude
me.
finds a crack. He finds an opening. You know when they say like, "Yo," when it
Rich has been penetrating crack since the early 2000s.
Since the early 2000s.
Rich knocks the door down. Like, if he's waiting. He's just fucking waiting, double Dutch, waiting for me to bring up something where he could like secret, and then fucking boom, conversation over.
Secret.
That's every day. I'm just pointing it out.
That's how it says.
Secret's out, Dicky in.
Oh, that's how it went. Because
I'm like,
you were
yeah,
talking about the
Breaking
gym.
Bad, this and that. I watched
no.
the Yankees gym, and then
Swole crest. Classic Davis.
Classic Davis.
I'm Key. Classic Davis.
Classic.
If I
Davis.
creak the door open anywhere into Rich's wheelhouse, conversation.
What? Everyone gets old. I heard you and Spot talking this morning on my walk in here when I was getting your coffee. I heard you talking about how gray beard hair.
Let's watch.
The minute it starts, it's like
It's starting for me.
Like wildfire.
I'm gonna show you.
But then again, it's not. Because I could pinpoint when it started. See that right over there? Unless, how many years ago was that?
See it? It helps because it blends in with the
I don't see it, so you have no worries.
Yeah, you have no worries yet.
But
Once you start,
but if it's starting,
because I have
it's not going to stop.
it's gonna be.
I have a gradient of hair
coming in,
so it blends in, but it's like right. See it?
Spot. Unless you start looking like superstar Billy Graham, where he had like the little patches, you're fine. But if you look back at old pictures, Covino, on your phone, you could see the progression of like, oh, I had a couple in the chin, and then I got a couple here. Then I touched it up. Then I got more. There's a complete progression of the beardy grays.
Speaking of gray hair, did you hear Jennifer Grey is going to be in Dirty Dancing too?
Jennifer Grey was talking smack about Johnny Depp.
Did someone say gray?
Johnny Depp. Oh, speaking of Johnny
She
Depp,
thought he was insecure.
have you heard about
and
muffins?
jealous.
Let's talk about muffins. Oh, and did you hear Thomas English Muffins is coming out with muffin tops?
Speaking of muffins.
Speaking of muffin tops. Covino at the gym. Go!
Yeah, back to you, muffin tops. Back to you. So you're sore from the gym.
You know what you remind me of? Have you seen lately? You know how they have that new dude on SNL that does Trump?
Yes.
They do a thing where he basically does word association as Trump. They have a list of topics, and you're like, how is he going to go through all these? And he just transitions from one to the other. And it's funny. I can't play it, obviously, because of...
That's what I do as a music host. I really just wordplay all day.
But basically what we just did, but with a Trump voice. It's funny. All right, continue.
Yeah.
So... Speaking of Trump, did you hear... I'm sorry, go ahead.
D-Rail Davis. I liked your American Idol story, though. I haven't seen those dudes in a long time.
Yeah, a little reminiscing.
Swole Crest is motivating, I guess.
The wild part, Covino, is that
that's
started,
not why I'm back at the gym. I'm back at the gym because I can finally go to the gym. And that's why I haven't been to the gym. And
Why couldn't
I've
you go?
always belonged to the gym. Well, I don't belong there, but I go once in a while. But the pandemic sidetracked everybody, and I really milked that shit for sure. Got me lazy. But just started my membership again this week. So my obviouservation, and I could have just got it out, and then you could have went on your whole American Idol rant, because it's not really a big one. Is
Did you say big one? Because okay,
That reminds me, not the big
D-Rail
one,
Davis.
but the sweet one. Did you see the sweet one was on American
He's
Idol?
the weak one. So it's crazy because did you really go to the gym if you didn't take a gym selfie?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a great question that you posed, and that's all we really had to say, because what I noticed more than ever,
Phones.
not that the gym selfie didn't exist, 2.5 years ago when I would go every once in a while. Bro. All these fit women and dudes doing what Spotty does. But like with no regardless.
Hold on, though.
With no regard of like, yo, you're in public. Don't you have any shame, you fucking egomaniac weirdo?
Can I see? You think that I'm doing a photo shoot in front of the mirror?
Bro, I saw women doing photo shoots.
No,
And I'm like,
see, I'm very
what
discreet
is
about because
going on?
I'm so embarrassed to do it in front of other people because I know people are looking at me like, oh, look at this fucking dude, thinks he's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I mean, you should be a little embarrassed, but still do it. Like,
But
I mean,
but I do it so quickly. I take my phone and I'm just like,
do you wait for like the cool people to walk away?
I do. And I go
Like, if there's an
make
old
sure
lady
there's-
there, you're fine.
I go by because I usually do it after I do biceps because they're all swole. So I'll be at the mirror. I'll put the things down. I'll just like look around and I'll just be like this, quick, boop, boop, and walk away.
no, it's not what I saw.
That's
so
it. That's all I do.
it really is the mirror selfie rage of 2022. That's all I had to say. See, so if you just would have let me get that out, we wouldn't have had to bounce all over the place with this
But that was fun.
conversation. That's all I had to say.
That was fun.
It's unbelievable.
Stop trying to change me.
The self-centered egomaniacs. That's coming from a guy who traditionally was the most self-centered egomaniac that anyone knew.
grown.
I'm not. Everyone else is a monster. Remember that.
Okay. You gotta take
You're
this.
me egomaniac.
You're an egomaniac.
I'm sorry.
You could say it's
Say what you want. Oh, it's about my gains.
it's
my
about
progress.
it's about accountability, or it's
is.
about like trying
Or
to show
you're an
people your
egomaniac.
muscles.
No, yeah,
Dude,
that's- no,
I
it's motivation.
know what it is to
Who
be
is
a
it motivating?
self-centered egomaniac.
All the people that hit me up and say you're motivating me to get back
Well,
in the
this
gym
isn't
because if
about.
you
I'm
can
not
do it,
making
I
this
can.
about Spot. I'm using Spot as
You
the
guys
reference.
have always been in shape. You don't understand
I'm
what it's like.
telling you what I see at the gym, and women are having straight
I'm not
on
having this
photo
conversation
shoots, having straight on photo shoots at the gym, and I'm like, this is bonkers.
Dude, I'm not busting your balls. I'm not making fun of you. I just want you to admit that while there's a multitude of reasons that you post these, the number one reason is not to motivate others.
It is. Not the number one reason.
Oh, that's what I said. The number one reason is not to motivate.
I'm proud of my accomplishments.
Okay, there you go. That's okay.
And I'm motivating others. I've said that. It's for accountability. I'm proud of my accomplishments, and I'm motivating others.
So just say it. Be macho, man.
I just did.
Be macho, man.
I don't even know where that is.
I'm so proud of myself.
There you go. That's fine.
Who's
You're allowed to be.
that? Who's denying that? But you're making it seem like I think I'm fucking handsome Dan, and I'm flexing in the mirror.
It's not about you. You're the example. Everyone thinks they are, though.
No, but
Everyone
that's his
thinks
point.
they
His point.
are the fucking
And-
shit with 8 eyes, and they want to post
And
about it and show it off. It's
Let
like,
me tell you.
yo, you're not that great.
When I'm done doing pec deck and I'm done doing curls and triceps, I look in front of the mirror and I'm like, I should take a picture right now. And I'm like, that is nope. But when you got your pump
You're
on
okay
at the gym,
to do that. I mean,
you
there's
feel good.
It's about, doing it all the time.
Know what I realized too?
It's okay if you post a picture of yourself feeling sweet once in a while, like Slim Goodbody. Right, Mark? I agree with you.
Rich says curls for the furls, Mr. Furley.
I do curls for the furls. Yeah.
That's stupid.
But I like it.
But it is wild to see. And again, that's coming from a person who you would have thought was the egomaniac back in the day.
And when
the
you
guy who you would say, that dude's so full of himself. Oh, that dude, self-centered son of a bitch.
Everyone
no,
does it, yeah.
I'm the normal guy, and everyone has fucking lost their mind. Everyone thinks they are the most important thing going, and that they're a fitness influencer, and that people give a shit about what they look like in their stupid gym clothes. It's ridiculous. There was a straight-on photo shoot going on with 4 different people. So I'm just trying to get on the treadmill.
Have you considered trying it?
I don't give a fuck.
You should.
No,
Do
because I'm
it.
not as full of myself as you think I am, as you are, and everyone else is.
I think once
I'm
you start
not.
seeing results, I think you will be.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
about
Spot,
that.
when you do curls for the furls, Mr. Furley,
Yeah.
you're a great joke. You're a great joke.
have to
When
wear
he
an
gets the
ascot.
picture, does he make the look when he thinks Jack's gay, where he's like, is that the look he gives when you send him? Can you find the picture of Mr. Furley?
Mr. Curly.
You're more Furley than Roper, right?
I'm definitely a Don Knotts guy for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Roper and his relationship with Mrs. Roper, because she was so horny.
Nah,
Was
Don
funny.
Knotts was funny as hell.
Stanley!
Don Knotts underrated.
I'm proud of Spot's progress.
Who's not?
I mean-
I'm not even talking about Spot,
But
man.
people are morons that are like,
You're
oh,
talking- no,
This
because
what he-
Rich is
this
talking
what he
about
does
Spot.
when you get it.
Curls for the furls.
oh, Jack!
Come on, that's great. That clip alone is hilarious. That clip alone is comedy. That one little clip of Mr. Furley's funnier than all the shit you claim to watch every day. That shit is hilarious.
For the furls.
Curls for the fur. I send it to the late great Furley. Sends
Hey,
him
Franz. Franz posted a gym selfie the other day. I know he works hard, and I rarely see him post stuff like that. So it's refreshing. It's okay. I'm not saying you can't feel yourself once in a while. Everybody does. That's good. You feel confident. That's great. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a bunch of fucking idiots, bunch of stunads, bunch of stooges in front of the mirror posing when, they're having a full-on photo shoot.
You got some
with
guns.
no-
You should show those off.
Regard.
those
That's what I'm
guns.
saying. Is like they don't care
these
about
things.
the people around them.
Look at those things. Flex.
They
for
don't
me.
care.
Flex. Come on,
No,
flex.
it's just my tight ass Virgin of
flex. I
Guadalupe.
want to see
shit.
flex. Come on.
No, yeah, I'm not in flexing mode.
Spot, I will say this.
I'm not like
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I'm convinced, Vaughn. I'm convinced.
I'm convinced you're not hearing my point.
I am.
You're not.
I am.
It's not that-
You are an egomaniac, and in today's world, where you are always top of the food chain when it comes to ego.
To everyone else.
To everyone else. Oh,
Right.
Covino's full of himself. He's got his own website. He fucking look at this guy. Look at this jerk
I'm
off.
not taking like
have a
ownership
question.
of that's who I wanted to be. I'm saying I could see how people would say that about
I get
me.
your point. You're saying that in a world where you were once considered a guy with an ego, you're amazed how everyone else is so feeling themselves.
So self-centered.
Yeah.
So
You know what I've done?
so beyond what's normal that they don't even care about who's around them. That's really the story here. People are working out, trying to get by, do their thing. They're listening to their music, and they're trying to get up. I'm trying to get around a photo shoot. Like, I don't want to be in your photo. Sorry.
Is it possible they're filming themselves? Like I recently started trying to do barbell squats, and I film myself because I want to make sure my form's okay, but I don't post it. But I want to make sure because squats are a little bit difficult.
Doing it in front of the mirrors,
and my squat depth isn't where it should be. But is that okay? Like if you walk, and I don't mind if you walk in front of it.
I'm by no means questioning you. But you really need to film yourself to see if your squat depth is the right.
Yeah, because there's squats require a lot of good form, and I don't want to hurt my back and tweak anything. So I filmed myself doing it.
Hey, listen, the results are good, Spot.
Because
so
you don't see, in my mind, I'm like, in the moment.
I'm not even hating on.
I'm afraid I'm gonna not do it properly. But you have to go with certain depth.
I'm not even hating on them taking the picture. It's the fact that they couldn't care less that they're in public.
Yeah. By the way, I'm.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how Spot has a little bit of a shame about him, like he said. Like he's kind of like there's no. It's like I'm the greatest, and I'm doing a photo shoot at the gym.
I don't mind posting the result, right? But in the moment, taking the photo is the most embarrassing thing ever.
Yes, I saw the opposite of that.
I feel like everyone is looking at me at that exact moment, and I'm like, I just want to show it my progress.
That sounds normal to me. What I see is the opposite of what you described.
I think there's two things at play here. First of all, I think what I was getting at, Spot, is what Lisa and Steve Racho and a few people hit us up with, which
Mostly
is
women, by the way.
Which is, can you just look in the mirror? Do you have to film yourself when people are filming themselves? Like, can't you just? There's a mirror everywhere.
The position of the squat rack, right, in our 24-hour fitness, the West Hills one, you can't see below your waist. It's like the way the positions are cut off, the mirrors are cut off. There's no full on length squat mirror.
Hey, whatever works. I'm just telling you,
squat boy.
A few years have gone by, and I feel like it's even worse than I could have imagined. Or I just caught a weird day where they were doing a photo shoot for a specific brand or something. I don't know.
Unless they're doing
what was going on.
Yeah, maybe they're doing that. It's very possible some people are doing that.
I think what Covino's also getting at is
you check your progress.
All right, I'll give you the best analogy. When we were kids at a school dance, they had to almost force boys and girls to get on the dance floor, dance together, dance alone, dance at all. It was like boys were standing in one corner, girls were there, and it was like an awkward 6th grade school dance. Now, kids want millions of people to watch them dance. It's like, it used to be, I don't want to dance, I don't want people to watch me dance. Now, watch me dance. In fact, I want more and more people to click and watch me dance. Covino's saying it used to be probably an insecure thing to even take a picture of yourself in a fitness mode. Now it's no shame at all. In fact, get a ring light. Hold on, set this up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They didn't care that they were in public.
I take one photo at the gym, and that's it. Towards the end, looking swole, got my workout in, done.
I saw a woman feeling herself I've never seen before.
I don't do that. Yeah.
I was like,
my
this
phone
is wild.
In my pocket the rest of the time.
So that's my gym story. The end. Now, you want to continue with American Idol?
It was great. It was fantastic.
Who else did they bring out?
I have a weird take. You want to hear it? Bo Bice came out, Spot.
William Hung is a motivational speaker now.
He works in L.A. He used to work with my wife.
Your wife fucked William Hung? That's what I got out of that.
Yeah. She bangs. She bangs.
He was singing about her. William Hung seems like a guy that's not all there, to be honest. That's why when your wife says he works in the medical field, he sort of seems like
no, I think he worked.
He's a patient.
I think he just worked for the county. I don't think he worked.
Yeah, no, he's
in health, in the clinical side.
Seems a little off.
Quite One says it's all ego, and I'm a gym guy. It's all ego. What I'm seeing, again, the traditional old school ego mania can't keep up with the egos of today. I'm like, wow. So if I'm like, wow, it's that bad.
Oh,
it's all ego. Carrie Coleman says gym photos are so boomer now. That's what Carrie says. Hey, Carrie.
I thought about this.
Rich dances with himself. That's what Andrew Hart says.
I thought about what you said, and I think to wrap it up, you said times are changing. People have different levels of shame and different levels of ego. But what's weird about the photo? It used to be point and click, let's hope it turns out. Like, what comedian does that bit?
Sebastian,
where
at SeaWorld.
you're at SeaWorld, click. Hope I got it. Now you could take a million angles, different pictures. Ever since we went digital with all this stuff and everything's right there, I'm convinced and I really am. That's why I take social media so lightly when it's not a video. Like if I see a good looking girl or a ripped guy on video, I'm like, all right, can't really fake that much on the video. Pictures are so deceptive because I could take a picture right now with my shirt off and you'd be like, man, Dickie's chiseled. And then I could take another picture with my shirt off and you'd be like, oh my God, what a slob. It's angles. It's getting a pump on. Like think about if I told you, Covino, right now, you could probably do a before and after picture in the same day.
Not right now. Give me like 2 weeks.
And no, I'm saying, and everyone would be fooled. Like right now, I could take a picture. Where I'm like, I'll stick out my belly, look like this, and then you do a different angle where you like flex. Like you could do a before and after picture in the same day because you have the ability to immediately look at what you just shot. So when people take all these selfies and all these gym workout pictures,
Nelfies,
I'm like, yeah, they just picked the best one of the 100 they took.
Yeah, no, he's right. So moving on.
I have a question. What's your gym schedule going to be like?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah. Because I do want to shoot some hoop by myself. So I got to figure out too when there's no one there to bother me.
Yo,
I want to get my shot back a little.
Let's go.
No, I want to go and not be bothered.
Same day, bro.
So I don't know. We'll figure it. I'm gonna just do what works because my current schedule with my daughter is kind of ass cheeks.
For the birds?
It's for the birds, but that's gonna change, and that's been sort of the drama I've been dealing with behind the scenes. Just like a different custody schedule. So I'm trying to figure out what is best because I went late last night and I wasn't really feeling that. But who cares about that?
It's not in your. I know for a fact it's not in your personality to go early in the day.
Yeah, but I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to try this week. I'm going to try.
You're going to try to go before the show?
I want to try to get there before everyone tries to think that they're in the NBA playoffs and actually just like work on my shot.
It's very
dribble
quiet.
around a little bit. You know, I don't want to be like jumping in a game with a bunch of dudes who think they're trying to win the NBA finals.
It's very quiet at our gym. Like I'll go. I mean, you would probably get there like a little bit before.
Well, I'm going to one in a different town than you guys.
But no, the one here, which I know you
used to go to. Yeah.
which you used to belong to, but you can still go to, has that court, and it's pretty quiet in the afternoon after our show. Stop on the way home. That's what I do. I stop on the way home.
I got my shoes and my ball ready, and I'm going to figure it out. So anyway, I'll have new adventures and new stories to tell. Okay. But I got something for you that
there's also a court in North Hollywood.
I know you're going to disagree with, and I know how it comes across, and I know that I'm wrong in feeling this way. But I'm telling you that it still rubs me in a way that bothers me because there's probably better ways to express it. I know, let me make this very clear before I even say anything. I know it's coming from a good place. I know it's meant to be a compliment. But when people say certain things to me, I'm like, yeah, I don't like how that makes me feel. But I know I'm in the wrong. I'm interpreting it like too deep.
So you are well aware
that you're going to disagree and that you're going to say, oh, you're a maniac. But like you got to,
you're a maniac.
But I'm telling you, like, there's something off-putting about this compliment that I get.
Did you say pudding?
You should be off-putting.
Pudding, not pudding.
Oh, I thought we were off-putting. Yeah, I thought
you should be off-putting.
I don't eat pudding
because you're fat. It's from Between Two Ferns. Sorry.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. That's funny as hell.
Jennifer Lawrence was really good on that.
Funny.
Like you should.
What was your favorite? Seinfeld,
Seinfeld,
Obama. There were some really good Between Two Ferns. Jennifer Lawrence was a good one. I'm not even like a huge fan of hers, but that's off-putting. You should be off-putting.
That shit fat. Was funny as hell. I remember that line. Zach Galifianakis, Between Two Ferns.
That's off-putting.
You should be off-putting. Because you're fat.
You shouldn't say that.
That's off-putting. That shit's funny.
You should be off-putting.
I mean, it's dumb, but it's funny. All right.
You should be off-putting.
I'm sorry. It's off-putting.
Go on.
My uncle through marriage, right? It's actually a cousin through marriage.
Oh, Uncle Fabrizio?
Yeah, I don't think they're listening to this show, so I'll talk about it. Big into sports talk, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's great because this guy you know that you text every once in a while is on Fox Sports Radio.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. Right?
Steve Covino.
Hey, say what you want. Say what you want. All you barbershop experts. But I even had a show on ESPN. Can't take it away from me. Say and think what you want about my knowledge, about whatever it is you think. Stunad. I don't care what you think. But I hear what you say. Oh, you're into sports talk radio, yeah. And this stooge, my 2 new words that I'm using today.
Stooge.
Always talks to me about other, like, oh man, this guy, oh, he's so good. Oh. Talking to me about other sports shows all the time. I'm like, yeah, they're great. You know, I do one too. Why don't you check that out? Right away, like I'm aggravated with that kind of back and forth. But
Yeah, you know
I get
what?
it. I'm just telling you, like, deep down. Not like
it's a very weird. What Covino's talking about. Let me be Dickie Hijacker again.
I'm very nice about these encounters, but I'm saying, like, deep down when I'm taking a grumpy, I'm like, the fuck's he telling me about all this shit for?
No, honestly, like it's Dickie Hijack here.
Dickie Derail.
Dickie Derail. I don't know if Spot encounters this because I feel like Spot doesn't give a shit. But when you're talking to people outside of this world, and they do bring up,
You speak to aliens?
yeah, they tried to trap me, but I said,
You talk to people out of this world?
No way.
would you like to swing from my nuts? When I talk to people outside of this world and they bring up another radio host, there is a vibe of, why? Like, all right, what do you do for a living? Oh, you're a fucking accountant? Yo, let me tell you how dope my accountant is.
Thank you. And I take it with in stride is the expression. Sure.
Oh,
yeah, they're great. Cool.
Yo, you're a real estate agent? Oh, that's cool. Yo, my realtor is so fucking good. You know, the real estate agent I used, let me tell you, she has probably sold the most houses and made the dopest commissions. Because my realtor, oh, what did you say? Oh, you're a realtor? Oh, cool. I never understood why people talk to a radio host or a TV host and start bringing up some other host they like. Hey, you know who I like? Stormy Warren on the highway. I'm sure he's great, but you know who is fucking good too? Me.
Yeah, how about you like check out what I do? But
Oh,
it
Covino,
doesn't
you're in the
end
rock
there,
channels?
though. It
Oh,
doesn't
man.
end there. It's like the conversation's always about what they're talking about.
Yo, Covino, you know Katie Babs? No, she's fucking hot and I love her. Yeah, oh, you're on that channel too, right? Yo, tell me about Katie Babs.
Katie Babs is cool. She's a big Deftones fan. So she's on SXM Turbo. She loves Deftones. Now, my story, again, I have to preface this. This is meant to be a compliment. I get it, but it rubs me the wrong way. There have been other examples of this. And there's probably better ways to say things. But again, I take things more personal. I don't get offended. I don't say, hey, I'm offended by what you said. But I don't like it. Put it this way. I don't like your compliment. I don't. I don't.
Backhanded.
It's like when people say, I really miss you guys. That's coming from a good place. But I'm like, go fuck yourself deep down.
Yeah.
You don't have to miss us.
Right. Miss me? Why? I do a show every day. Why don't you, if you really miss me, then check it out. We even do a free version. If you miss us, you should be listening. And so again, it's coming from that place.
hate it.
Yeah, it's coming from that place.
Recently, we posted a really funny clip.
Yeah.
Was it about you on vacation with the rock horns?
Probably.
I mean, that was a really funny one. Rock on! We posted a picture. Oh, I know what it was.
Hurt.
The NFL draft where Spot was doing the voice, putting his mouth over Russell Wilson's ex-wife.
man.
We did it! And so, people will comment like, yo, you guys are slaying it. I really miss you. Miss us?
Bothers me. Makes me mad.
You know, it's like when your mom would talk about how she missed all her relatives in Mexico, but yet she's never gone there. And you're like, Mom, you know, you could go see them, or you could call them. You could FaceTime them, in fact. I really miss them.
Not to mention, like, even in the free space, right? We give a lot of stuff in the free space.
Yeah.
I know most of our stuff's not in the free space, but in the free space, we give a lot of stuff. What more do you want? You have the option.
I don't know.
You have an option.
Yeah.
To not miss us.
If you missed us that much.
If you really missed us.
Yeah, I know. So that's another example of where I'm going. So
Don't get me started.
this guy, big sports talk guy, right, knows what I've done for over 20 years. You really need to keep that in perspective, guys. It's not like I just started this shit. Like, I am a professional despite what you may think, because we're pals and you're like, yeah, he's my friend. No, your friend takes this serious, and I've worked hard at it for, 2022? Since the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
So I'm no rookie. I'm not a rook at this game.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're no Andujar.
I'm no Miguel Andujar. I'm not a rook. I know this baby face might throw you off.
Miguel and Duhar, my favorite morning show.
Miguel and Duhar. Duhar.
Duhar's a Middle Eastern guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
It's Miguel, like a
Good
Mexican
to see
dude.
you.
Hello.
Why would you do that?
Hello, Miguel.
He just says hello like
Good morning.
Ranjit from How I Met Your Mother.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, Miguel.
Hello.
What'd you get into last night?
So I say, hey, listen, man. I finally hit a breaking point. I'm like, I get it. You like all these sports guys. They're all great. Here's the link to what I do every week. Subscribe. We're on Fox Sports Radio. One of the biggest sports brands in all the land. So yeah, your little rinky-dink local fucking sports show, I'm sick of hearing about it. The guy you know through family is on the fucking national platform. Like, so I'm like losing my marbles inside. So like, finally you're like, you know what, man? Yeah, I know I'm sure they're great, but I never heard of fucking Weenie and the Biscuit. I'm sure they're the best sports show in town. I don't know.
Oh,
But-
we the biscuit?
But,
Covino doesn't know. I almost did a show with the biscuit.
oh, really?
It would have been, yeah.
But your boy
would've
here,
been
Would have
Weenie
still
and the-
been
it would-
Weenie and the biscuit.
I do a show. It's fun. It's a fun show. You should check it out. It's like, it's unbelievable. Like, we talked about this yesterday, how support comes from the
You
most
walked into that one.
strangest of places.
Oh my God. Yeah, we talked about how I was like, my mom needs help moving. Not only Vinny from Brooklyn, who I'm going to hit up today, I think I may have found someone, my mom's old realtor, that's like, yeah, I'll send two guys for like $50. I don't want to bother people if I don't have to. But get this guy, Jimmy, hit me up. Jimmy
McGill?
Dvornak.
Oh, I know that guy.
Goes, hey, bud, I work
Jimmy
in
Spornak?
Long Island, and I'm a big fan. My grandmother used to be a lunch lady at the high school you went to. You guys make me laugh every day. If you need help moving your mom's furniture, I would love to help as a return the favor for all the laughs you, Covino and Spot, have given
I
me.
hear she made her sloppy joes.
This guy
extra
Jimmy's
sloppy.
offering his help. Meanwhile, like,
Extra
if
sloppy.
I called my buddies or something, they'd be like, yeah, don't you get a mover or something.
So, Lisa Paraggio, who I had never met, Jacob Moultrie, Mark S., Andrew
Yeah.
Hart.
I've met Jacob
Let me
Moultrie.
give some shout outs. Paul Murillo,
Met
Biggie
Andy.
DeLine, Efrain Vega, Robert Bennett, El Chico. What's up, El Chico? Kenny Whitman, looking handsome. Mike Durband, Chris Albanis. All these people that listen to our show, I met, just randomly throughout the years.
On our text message, Mike's
And they
Bikes.
found us and appreciated us and liked us, didn't know us at all. The people that I've known and that are somewhat related, I have to convince them to check out my shit. Meanwhile, they talk to me about other people's shit. It's weird. And Rich painted the best picture. Oh, really? You do aluminum siding? Let me tell you about this guy I know.
He's the best aluminum siding.
Who cares? And I take it gracefully. I swear to you, I do. I take it gracefully, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool.
It makes me so, I'll be honest, it makes me so happy and like really feel nice.
Soft pudding.
Occasionally,
Yeah,
one of my softball buddies
right.
was like, yo, I clicked on the link you posted and I've been listening to you and Covino. Great, man. Like, all the guys I know that I play softball with all know what I do. And I think a handful of them listen, but the others are just like,
But that's the thing. They know what I do.
Yeah.
I'm synonymous with anyone that knows me with, oh yeah, he does radio. For as long as people can remember. High school friends, college friends. I was doing radio and got involved in radio in 1997. Okay? So this particular person did something that a lot of people do to me. Not. This is just the recent example. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'll talk about it.
Can I guess?
He paid me a compliment. But I don't like it.
Did he say he was proud of you? Because we've talked about that, and that could be condescending.
Could be. Yeah. See, it's that vibe. It's like,
I'm proud of you.
Who are you to be proud of me?
I'll take a I'm proud of you compliment, but if the I'm proud of you could feel some type of way, right?
Well, this makes me feel some type of way, although you're going to say I'm crazy, and it's even hard for me to explain why it makes me feel some type of way. Okay. But this person, after I had enough of Weenie and the Biscuit, here's my link. Because clearly you're not giving a shit that I'm on Fox Sports Radio and was on ESPN Radio and filled in for all the biggest names that you claim you love and had my own show. Here's the link. Thankfully, this person started listening to the show right after 20-something years. And again, it's a compliment, but it makes me want to bang my head against the wall.
There's a wall right there.
Hey, I've been listening.
Just do it off camera.
I've been listening. Been listening to the show.
Do it.
I think this area
and it's so funny how judgmental people are about like their entertainment and their especially radio shows though. People are like, yeah, they're very judgy. You know how people judge the draft? They grade the draft. We talked about that on Fox Sports Radio. People grade like they're like their opinion matters. Like, give it a listen. I gave it a listen and it was all right. Like everyone's a big time fucking Siskel and Ebert when it comes to radio programs.
Jay hit us up with
give it a chance. I didn't really like you.
Jay, she hit us up with a good point.
Right.
I'm proud of you, which is not what the guy said, but I'm proud of you could come off like I've never thought you'd do anything great, and I'm shocked.
Especially
that's
like,
sort of the vibe that
you know who could say they're proud of me? Someone who's known me since I was just a little boy. Otherwise, proud of me how? Like, how are you proud of me? You know, I just met you 5 years ago.
You can be proud of someone.
Again, it's coming from a good place, but it feels weird. You know, my parents should be proud of me, right?
Yeah, your school teacher should be proud of you.
School teacher, my coach.
If you bump into your old high school principal and he's like, "Oh, I've always believed in you." That's what like when Doug from the
because they've always believed in you and they're proud of you.
Yeah, when Doug from the bar who you've known 3 years tells you he's proud of you, it's like what?
Like I hit up our old intern, Libby.
You could be proud of Libby. She was your intern.
She was my intern. I saw her. She went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner recently.
She's a reporter for ABC.
Works for ABC News. Has a ton of bylines. I'm legitimately proud of her, and I said that, and she was like, "Thank you so much." And
I think you have the right to say
tears.
You gave her an opportunity.
She loves us. She still supports what
Libby
we do.
is.
She listens to the show.
She's successful.
Hey, Libby.
She is talented. She's beautiful. I'm proud of all that. Like one of our other interns. Jessica went on to become a big shot in the Philadelphia news world.
Proud of Jessica, proud of Mark
But
Zito,
we are allowed to be
guys.
proud of people that came up underneath you.
Right. So it's along those lines.
Some more than others.
Like Mark Zito.
And now we really built this up because
some more than others.
We never, I don't know, just built this up way too much now, but
it's all right. It'll make it
person
even more annoying.
Finally started listening to my show, our show, right? And again, it's that feeling of like you're being judged or graded. And that's what I don't like about it. Because the compliment came like this. I've been listening. And I'll tell you what, your show's getting better and better every week. I'm like, oh, thanks. But then it like hits me and I'm like, better and better every week. Doing this fucking 20-something years. Just because you're on this shit? Like, I'm not trying to improve day by day like I'm some rookie just figuring shit out. Wait, I think I'm finding my voice after 20-something years?
You know what's happening? I'll tell you what's happening.
No.
I'm telling you what's happening. No, I'll tell you what's happening.
No. The answer is no, because it comes from a place of you're judging me when like, no, this is what I do, jack off.
I don't disagree with
this. This is what I do. So you're telling me getting better and better. Like I just started.
I agree.
Getting better and better.
I agree.
No. But you're coming from a place of no perspective.
I'll tell you what.
You're coming from no perspective.
Here's what he's trying to say. What he's saying
there's a better way to say it.
What he's saying is he's new. I think it's not you. It's he is becoming more and more accustomed to like your style. Like, you know, when people listen to us like, yo, at first I hated you. Then I was like, hey, I love you.
Then I'm really starting to enjoy your show.
Then you'd
Like,
say,
that's-
really starting to?
Hey,
Are you
I'm
starting?
really
Like, no
enjoying
matter what
the
he said.
show. What, getting better. Like, what do you? I didn't ask for
That's a-
you to
that's a
fucking
compliment.
grade my show. It's meant to be a compliment.
B-.
I already explained that. Meant to be a compliment. Does it really sound like a compliment when some dude who you're just sharing what you do with them, like they're grading you on it? I didn't ask you for your grade or your
Spot, you're,
radio approval.
Spot.
You know, I really think it's getting better and better all the time.
Spot, you-
It rubs me the wrong way. I know it's not supposed to, but it does.
Think of anything. It could be performance in the bedroom. It could be yoga. It could be the gym. It could be anything. If someone tells you you're getting better and better,
So that means you started from a place where you were that they thought you were. That's what it means. Oh, so if I'm getting better every week, so I get it. So when you first started listening, but now I'm getting better and better. Thanks, man. It comes from a good place. Rubs me the wrong way. There's so many better ways to say that. Hey, I've been listening to the show, man. Wow. I'm really enjoying it. You know, hey, I enjoy it. Like last week's episode, man. I thought it was fantastic. Getting better and better. It sounds like you're judging me. You're grading me on something that I do. This is what I do. Getting better and better.
I think.
You mean finally after 20-something years? Thanks, man.
I think it's a fair statement because you just started Fox Sports within the last year, and I think we have
started
gotten better.
radio. I haven't started radio.
Yeah, but I think my thought is to judge this show would be peculiar because we've been doing the same
swag to that show, man.
All right. Hey, I'm just trying to give you the flip side. And the flip side to me is I think when we first started Fox compared to now, I think it's a fair statement to say we sound better now because when you first start a new gig, you could take.
Yeah, but this guy hasn't. All right. How many shows have we done for Fox Sports? Like 8 months now? 7 months? 8 months?
Probably more. 9 months, maybe.
Yeah,
8
we're
months,
talking like this dude's been listening for maybe a month and a half.
But what I'm saying is, I think if you took our first week at Fox where we were like, oh, let's feel it out. It's new place.
First show because you're just all full of adrenaline and excited, maybe.
I don't know. I'd say.
I'm telling you, like there's better ways to say these things. Like that comes from a place of judgment. Getting better and better. Like I think I was pretty good. Like when you probably first started listening.
Well, hey, he's listening.
Or who are you comparing me to? Better what? Compared to the Weenie and Biscuit show that you love? Like it's a weird sort of thing. It rubs me. Jeff is saying I need to take a chill pill. You're not vibing it. I'm telling you what I feel.
I think it's a bit sensitive of you, but I get it.
Oh, of course. We think of things to talk about every day.
I know.
This hits me. It tickles my butt in a weird way. And I'm like, oh, let me point that out and see if anyone feels
Getting
it.
better.
Better?
We've talked like a month or so ago. We talked about
What's
the
a
whole
normal
I'm
way to
proud of
tickle your
you.
butt?
What?
What's a normal way to tickle your butt?
Middle finger like this.
And then what's a weird way?
With the two
No,
middle
like-
fingers. I like that. Yeah.
No, when
two
Covino
hands.
does this at church, it's the steeple, open it up. The people are tickling your butt.
I don't want the steeple tickling
Yeah.
my butt. So it's the same feeling as everything else we described. It like for me, it's like, how about we're just good? You know, like it's a weird compliment.
Maybe
I'm not trying
some
to be
people-
graded by you.
Maybe some people. This is from Alejandro.
Yeah.
No,
No, they
maybe
think
just
that
maybe.
they're the critic.
You don't even know what Alejandro said, and you're already
Because
correcting him.
these people think they're the judge of what's good.
They are. They're the listener.
I know it's good.
It doesn't matter what you think. If the audience doesn't like you, you won't last.
He's a friend. That's how you approach a friend. Like, you know, hey, man, I said, yeah. Like, it's a weird compliment, bro. I'm telling you it is.
Right.
Like, I have successful friends. I would never say, man, getting better and better all the time. No, man, you're
If you saw,
you're killing
all right,
it.
if your buddy
I'd be
Gus,
like, yo, you're killing
if
it,
your
bro.
buddy Gus,
Yeah.
his business got bigger and bigger, and you're like, yo, you're getting bigger and better every year. This is look
I'd
at
be
you.
like, you're killing it, dude. Like, it's just a weird compliment.
Wording, I guess.
Wording's weird.
Alejandro said maybe some people don't want to come off by giving disingenuous praise. Maybe that's his way of being like, yo, I'm vibing what you did. Maybe he doesn't want to stroke you too much. Maybe he doesn't want to come across like, yo, Covino, it was amazing. No?
I don't know, man. It's weird.
I think you're overthinking it, but that's everything.
Well, I mean, that's
you know?
what we
Of
do
course,
on
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Of course.
So think before you compliment. Think before you boo people.
You live in a
Think
you
before you
work
drink.
you work in a world that is based on
Dude.
judging. Hey, are you good? Do I want to listen?
If you're a professional at something, I have 10,000 hours in this game. Think what you want. I do. Right? You don't tell your fucking barber who's been doing it for 30 years, hey man, you're getting better and better. Better, better. I've been doing this for a living every fucking day. It's new to you because you just met me. I've been doing this every day.
Oh, so do the flip of it. Do the flip
You don't
of
go
it.
to your dentist. Hey, dentist guy who's been doing this for 20-something years. You know, I had a good cleaning last time, but you're getting better and better,
I said
dentist
something
guy.
like that to my dentist
Then you're a
last time.
jerk
I
off
said
because
because
they
he-
do it every day for years and years and years.
He got a new office, and I said, "Man, you really stepped it up. Look at you."
That's
like,
different. You made an upgrade.
yeah, but I'm saying
You know
like
what I
people
mean?
are just trying to find ways to be nice.
Then find a better way. That's what I'm telling you.
What if he said the opposite?
Because it makes me say,
What if someone
yeah,
said-
better
what
and
if so-
better?
what if
you know what I
someone-
gave? I was like, yeah, thanks.
What if someone said
Fuck
to you the
yourself.
opposite? Covino, I've been listening for 17 years, and you guys to me are the same as you were day one.
Bro, I already prefaced this, but I know it's a compliment, so I take it.
But would
in
you
stride.
take that as an insult?
Whatever. Say that again.
Covino, I've been listening since the beginning, and you guys, you guys are bringing. It's the same as it was day one.
Doesn't sound like a compliment. That sounds like a compliment to you? Doesn't sound like a compliment. If you're trying to be,
so where is the
give a
compliment?
compliment? Give a
All right,
compliment.
if
Don't give me some
you're getting
wishy-washy.
better,
It's not sensitive. I'm key. It's really breaking down what people are saying.
No, but
sometimes.
if you're getting better is an insult, and you're the same as you used to be is an insult, what's the compliment? You're just awesome, Covino?
Getting better sounds like you're just starting out. It's because you've been so unaware and not giving a shit about what I've actually been doing in my profession for over 20 years. That's my point. So, yeah, is it overthinking? It's what I do. It's what we always do. Welcome to the show.
You were better before. It's the opposite.
So, anyway, another observation I made. You want to know again? Want to keep rolling or no?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, someone else made this observation, so I got to give credit. Believe you me, I didn't expect anyone to feel what I was saying, so I did my best to express. However, people will understand what I'm saying. Just not these two stu-nuts in the studio with me. Jeffrey Richardson. This guy's a strange fella.
Very strange fella. Like, incredibly odd.
I say that as a compliment.
Which I don't understand.
You get odder by the day.
Yeah. By the day, this guy.
You know what I don't understand about this guy? Let me tell you. What I don't understand about this guy
I think it's the first time I agree with this guy.
is that he works in media, right?
Yeah.
So you would think he would have a little bit more insight and understanding into what we do, yet takes the complete opposite view about everything we do.
Maybe he's a contrarian for content, and that's yeah.
By the way, you know what
I've seen
someone
the
should
shirts
say
he
about our
wears.
show? Yo, man, you guys have been on fire lately.
On fire lately is getting better.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
When you compliment Covino, everybody just know how to just package it just right.
Your show's been on fire lately.
Just
That's
tell
way
Covino.
different than getting better. Because that implies when I started listening, I just thought you guys were okay.
Just tell Covino he's like, who hit a home run for you last night? Glaber of Love Torres.
Yeah.
You're fucking in fuego. You like the Yanks right now, bro.
Fuego, bro. See, that's
10
a
in a row.
compliment.
Oh.
That's a compliment. You want to compliment me? Tell me my hairline's looking fucking tight.
Yo, I've been hearing you on.
I don't want to hear
I've
you
been,
tell me getting better and better.
I've been hearing you on lithium lately.
Yeah. Oh.
You're getting better and better. No.
Yeah.
You're on fire.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question.
Slaying it.
Is it hard to like constantly adjust your hair with your sore arms?
It is. It's very, if you've noticed, I haven't done it many times today. So this guy, I'm moving on. We're getting better and better. I know. We're just starting out, guys. Getting better and better. I get it. Oh, man. I haven't been doing this over 20 years. Fuck out of here.
He's just catching the flow of the show now. It takes a minute, but he shouldn't have told you.
Happens a lot.
All right,
It's not. This is a one-time example that put me over the threshold. Happens all the time. So this guy, Jeffrey Richardson, hits us up, and I agree with him 1,000%.
Completely disagree in this
Now-
in this instance. I completely disagree.
Now, we often talk about like read the room, being tone deaf. When you guys,
Rich is tone deaf.
Rich is the biggest culprit, but he calls you out, Spot.
Yeah.
Rich is the biggest culprit of this.
Can't
and I
wait to
heard
hear.
him do it today
Can't wait.
on Pop 2K. I heard him. He says it all the time. We primarily, I mean, we're still dudes, right? Are we dudes? I don't know. I'm confused because I saw a lot of people at the Met Gala and I couldn't tell if they were dudes or what. I don't know what's going on.
They were not
We're dudes,
dudes.
right?
Well, just so you know, Demi Lovato has changed her pronouns.
Oh, no.
She is now she and her as well.
I don't understand
So
what
you
that
could
means.
call her a she and her again.
I don't understand what that means.
That's fine.
I'm just saying.
I don't understand.
Apparently,
But we're dudes.
We're
right?
dudes, yeah.
We're
For now.
guys. Our audience is like, let's say 70-30. We still talk to primarily men and really love the women that support us because women that listen to the show, man, you get us and that makes us feel great. But I still think we're like 70-30.
Yeah.
60-40 maybe. And you often talk about being self-aware. I think that I'm very self-aware in a lot of ways and knowing the tone. When you describe things as a man, you know, be a man.
oh, I'm a different type of man than you.
But you use the word cute. You're talking to men.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Cute to describe things that are not cute.
Listen, man,
It was cute. And then you go like this. It was cute. And it's like, yeah, every time you say that, it makes my butthole itch, like hardcore.
But like,
I'm like,
itch in a bad way or a good way?
No, because I'm like,
Do you know what
that
cute?
sound like a man to you.
Do you know what acute is short for? Acute.
And then Jeffrey Richardson says on our Facebook, oh, that's cute. He goes, spot describing the butterflies on Nico Ali Walsh's boxing gloves to honor his grandfather, Muhammad Ali. Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
Yeah, it's cute.
He goes, that just sounds so lame when Spot says, oh, that's cute. Shout out to Steve Covino, the one time this guy has ever complimented me, for only using the term cute to describe women and children.
Cute?
Yes, and puppies.
Cute?
There's certain things you could say are cute. I'm not saying I don't use the word cute, but you gotta like, does it sound like a man when you say it the way you say it? And
I
when
really
you
don't
use it?
care.
I don't care.
You're
either.
talking to me. You should care.
I don't.
This is your business.
I'm me.
When a man is honoring their grandfather in a very special way,
Puppies are
I find
cute.
that to be cute.
It's cute.
Oh,
I
yeah?
find that to be cute.
Read the room.
and
Rashawn says
endearing.
cringe.
I don't care.
Rich talking about
I'm telling you
Rich
how it comes
talking
across.
about rom-coms.
Perfect.
Cute. It's another story.
Rich will come and be like, I watched this movie. It was cute.
He
Give
specifically
me a break, dude. Sound like a man to
he
you.
specifically
I know you don't care.
Don't care.
But you should, because I'm telling you how it comes across to people that you're talking to.
Green hair,
Sounds
don't
fucking
care.
lame as hell.
Hold up.
Sounds like you ate corny flakes for breakfast. Cute. You come back and you watch this show with Sarah. It was cute. You know what's cute? A little cartoon you watch with Emmy. Yeah, it's cute.
specifically-
A puppy, a baby, a penguin. Yeah, it's cute. Not the shit in the way you describe. You talk. That sounds a little. It doesn't sound very mean.
But
to
he
me.
specifically called me out, right?
He specifically called you out, but Rich is the guy that does it all the
Rich
time.
does it all the time.
So,
but for this, because he has the tattoo on his
okay,
arm.
by the way, this is Muhammad Ali's
Muhammad Ali's
grandson.
not
Nico.
Clay Thompson. Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico, who has a tattoo of boxing
It's
gloves
not cute,
hanging
though.
up
It's nice.
with a butterfly.
It's heartwarming.
It's cute. It's endearing. It's
endearing.
Cute.
Cute is not cute.
It's cute. It's
I'm
cute.
not as mad, Spot, at the way you
I
use the
said it very
term.
casually.
I get more
And this
itches in
guy
my ass when
is
this
a
guy
fucking
says it.
nitpicker and needs to fucking nitpick his own life because he's a piece of shit.
Who, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
He has a tone about him. I'll say that.
He has a tone about him.
He has a
You are
tone.
not better than anyone else, nor do I think I'm better than anyone else, even though it comes off that way.
Yeah, and I
nor
still-
are you better than anyone else.
By the way,
nor are you better than
and I'm
anyone
still
else.
amazed.
We're supposed to be a community. Stop
No,
being a prick.
There's an amazing skill.
I hate pricks.
Well,
Wait,
there's,
I'm the only prick allowed here.
there's one gone.
Yeah, I know. There's,
don't care.
There's another subscriber. I think he
I'm
has
going to
an
start giving you money for the
he's-
people that I lose.
He has an amazing ability, though, to convey his personality. Like Donnie Pompidou. I never met him, right?
It's not like I said.
But I know everything I need to know about his personality because he really paints a great picture on the keyboard. The same thing with this guy, Jeff. This guy, Jeff, like I know everything I need to know about
This guy nitpicks everything I
this
said.
guy, Jeff, and I don't even know him.
That being
But
said,
I'm glad and I'm appreciative that he listens.
He did buy candles for me, and
Yeah, he
was
supports
So
very
the
show.
guy bought your stupid candles, which
supports
by the way
the
smell
show.
fantastic.
And
This
you
is
know
my
what?
favorite one. Do you still have Marshmallow World available?
I might have one.
Oh,
or two.
that name. It's so cute.
That's a cute. That is a
Honestly,
cute name. Marshmallow
It is a
World.
cute name.
It's
I
cute.
think it's a cute name.
That's how
Marshmallow
how
World, that's
fucking
cute.
softy pants you sound when you say that.
It's a Marshmallow World
I
in the
don't
winter.
care. I know you don't care.
Bro.
It sounds so softy pants. And it's like, I get it. We live in a more of a softy pants world. But do you have to sound so softy pants when we're talking to 70% of the men, what used to be considered mainly
That's
men?
the type of man I am.
I apologize to Jeffrey Richardson. I'm sorry.
It's not cute
I
when
didn't
you
mean to
say
say
cute.
You know,
It's not.
I was a little
Sorry.
angry in the moment. I apologize.
I'm.
I take it back. I'm sorry.
Ask the nation.
But I don't.
Ask the
again.
nation of the brotherhood. I'm telling you, man. It's an intervention. It's corny when you say that
I
shit.
Don't care. Do you want me to tell you what I don't want you to do?
I
Or
don't
say?
care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I know you're wrong. You know what I mean? I am me. I know who I'm talking to, man. I know my audience.
Am I supposed to pretend?
No,
to be
but
someone
are you
I'm
supposed
not?
to sound like fucking Mr. Softy Pants?
Then don't listen to Mr. Softy Pants. Find the podcast where the guys are more manly. I'm me. I'm not changing.
Bro, when
I
you
think
watch a
something's
movie
cute,
with
it's fucking
Sarah,
cute.
you come back and you describe it as cute?
I watched a romantic comedy with Sarah last night. It was all right. It was cute, but it was. I'm not changing my fucking words for you.
No, you changed them to be in a Softy Pants world. That's not some shit you've always said.
Cute. I've always said cute.
No, you for the past few years you have.
It's not a Softy Pants word. It's a great adjective.
Jim Ramsey, put up a poll and see how many men out there are using the word cute to describe things that aren't dolphins.
I don't want
That's okay.
people on my side. I don't care. Big hair, don't care.
You should care because it's your audience.
So I'm supposed to pander?
Okay, this is here's Covino and Jeffrey Richardson.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. That's Andrew Hart, Team Rich, because Andrew Hart is a Softy Pants. That's why.
I don't get you at all.
You know what kind of pants Andrew Hart wears? Softy brand. So the end. Moving on. I look. It's not me.
Oh,
Jeff brought it
Lisa
up.
wants to know what romantic comedy I thought was cute.
Every one
it
of
was
them.
that one with.
Hey,
It was the
pick
one
one.
with
Pick one.
Daddario, Alexandra Daddario, who's smoking hot, and that
On the plane.
chiseled Superman hunk. What's his name?
Yeah, chiseled Superman hunk.
Chiseled Superman hunk.
Look up chiseled Superman hunk and Alexandra Daddario's
It's like,
boobies.
I have a no.
They are.
I have a secret. No.
They are.
Alexandra
Daddario.
So cute. You know who's just so cute?
Dario.
Honestly, women and like teenage girls. So
I don't care. I mean, what do you want me to do?
cute. By the
Well,
way,
like deep down inside, do you want me to note it and be like, well, maybe I shouldn't say cute because we have men listening?
Yeah. By the way, and Spotty's the one that was called out for the Nico Ali Walsh
What a
comment.
weird
No, I kind of
observation.
because the word is
and
used a
mountain to
lot.
die
The
on.
word is used a lot.
Yeah, but then use it towards Rich. Why towards me?
I
Because
think every time-
fucking
I think
commented
every
on
time-
someone
'Cause
honoring their
you
grandfather.
fell into his trap.
Someone honoring their grandfather. You know what? If you think
It's
that's
heartwarming.
not cute or heartwarming or endearing,
I'm
then
not
you're
saying,
a piece of shit.
Hey, dude, I'm trying to stop it because I am now going to say it, and then I'm going to be mad.
No, what I think is
say it.
I want you. Can you stop?
I'm going to watch some movie. I'm like, you know, it's kind of cute. Fuck, Richard did this to me.
Can you stop growling and going rock on? Because I think that's the lamest shit I've ever heard.
I can't.
And him.
Can you not have a statue of a little man in front of you?
Pieces
That
of
can you like?
shit.
Can you?
That's a cute
I
statue
think
of
those are
Mariano
awesome.
Rivera.
I think everything I stand for is awesome.
That's a cute statue of
Well,
Mariano
I think
Rivera.
everything I stand for is awesome.
It's so
not,
tiny and cute. It's so
Well,
cute.
if listen, you're gonna be you. I'm gonna be me. I don't know why you would ever expect me to change.
I'm not judging you. I'm judging this word, bro. You want to like hold on to this corny ass word?
Now I'm gonna say for
Word, bro.
everything.
All right, man. Then realize people are going to give you like eye rolls.
I don't. All right, perfect. Eye roll
cute.
away. I hope everyone doesn't get a headache from all the eye rolls.
Word, bro.
Fragile masculinity. Bill Jackson, man, you sound like a nerd too sometimes. No offense. I love you, but jeez. Anyway,
God,
That's-
sorry if I sound like a nerd.
it's
Yeah, I must be regressing to my old nerd days.
Is it, can you keep a secret?
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah,
that
that's
shit's
it.
cute.
I knew it. I thought it was something to do with a secret.
was that the women are never going to understand this because women use the word when other men are in a fucking circle of having manly conversations and some dude is like, yeah, man, I got a sweet haircut today, and someone's like, yeah, it looks cute. That sounds weird, man. That's a weird word.
It's about the
That's
movie.
not a word that
the
men use.
movie that you're talking about.
Can you keep a secret?
Can you keep a secret? Is there a movie poster you could just show? It's like the handsome Superman dude and Alexandra Daddario.
You were talking this morning about something happened at Coachella, and it was so cute.
And Tyler
Hoechlin? That guy should take gym selfies.
He should.
That movie looks like something I want to poop on.
It was cute.
Rock on.
Thought it was good. Sarah and I liked
See,
it.
that's a word you use on Pop 2K because you're speaking primarily to women.
That's who I always speak to. You can handle the cavemen.
That's not who we're talking to.
You can handle the cavemen.
It's not cavemen, bro.
What if he gets
it's,
rock
it's okay
horns
to be masculine.
while
it's
he
okay.
says cute?
See, it's like fragile masculinity. What's wrong with masculinity? You jerk
Cute.
off. Like you say like
What do you-
lame ass
Rich.
fucking words that women.
Oh yeah,
use.
what if I did rock horns?
Not
I said
you,
cute.
I'm talking-
Yo,
I think it's fucking cooler than saying
That shit's
cute.
cute.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cute, bro.
Cute. Oh, rock on. Limp Bizkit.
Rich, you're saying I love
Dad,
you.
divorce rock. I was listening to some Chili
Way-
Peppers yesterday,
way
bro. It's
cooler.
fucking rocking.
Way cooler than fucking Scotty McCreery.
Honestly, I'd rather be cute than you.
Same.
Well,
I'm
hey.
me. You're you. That makes the show go round. That's why we do what we do. What are you gonna? What do you want me to be? You? If you
I
were
don't
me
know.
and I was you, that would stink.
Hold on. I'm not judging you as a person. I'm not judging you as a person.
Yeah, you are.
You fucking condescending dick face. I agree with Jeff. Because I don't want to be you in a million years. I'm judging a word.
What does that mean?
Everybody taking it personal.
Ooh,
What does
you
that
tell.
mean? What did you just say? I don't want to be you.
I don't want to be you.
Yeah, I don't want to be you.
I don't want to be you.
Okay, you think I want to be you?
I don't want to be you.
You're probably the last person I want to be. So, like, that's a
Well,
rude
you're the
thing to
last
say.
person I want to
I
be.
wanna be you.
Well, you're the last person
didn't
I want
ask
to be.
you. Was I personally attacking you
I
or
wanna be
you
you.
or a word
I don't
that
want to
you
be
used?
you. I don't want to be badass rock guy. I'd
Okay.
rather be cute.
I
That's
was
what I meant.
talking
You're
about
making it personal. Fuck stick.
I'm making it personal. Or did he not say that?
I mean, you guys are both making
Wait,
it personal.
did he
Here
not-
I am just trying to be cute.
Wait, was
I just said I didn't
Hold on,
want.
am my earphones fucking not working? I heard what
I
you
don't
said.
want to be badass rock guy. I want to be cute.
I'm judging a word that you guys want to so boldly defend.
You
Then
made a
go
lot of
ahead.
backhanded comments the past couple days. It's very.
Oh
rude.
no, they're not backhanded at all. They're straight up.
I thought you lost your fight.
No, we didn't get there yet.
Oh,
that's
that's
tomorrow's show.
Sorry.
Tomorrow's show.
Preview.
But you said what? I learned from my what? I'm learning from my past. I've learned from my past. You'll find out tomorrow. All right. So again, this isn't my fight. I sit here.
Sounds like it is.
I grin and bear it, and I hear it every day. Jeff pointed it out. I agree with him.
Kim wants to know: do you consider yourself manly?
No, I try. I mean, I'm a man. Why wouldn't I be?
No, but that's she's asking. She's not
There's
being-
way more manly men.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, do I consider myself manly? Yeah.
It's like Covino,
Well, try to be.
But there's different definitions
Like,
of what
it's
manly is.
Covino,
Like
The
is-
Rock. and-
It's like more like
Arnold
you want to
Schwarzenegger.
be the man. Manly? That's like, what am I, fucking a lumberjack? Like, that's manly. No, I'm not. You know, am I good with tools? No. Is that what's
but,
manly to you?
but you could define what's a
You know,
man.
do I
could
spend
define
most of my time under a car, riding a motorcycle? No.
You could
Those
define
are manly
you
things.
could define
But those
manly
are
things.
But are those? Is it wrong to be masculine and like those things? No.
You could define manly in a plethora of ways.
Yeah. So how do you answer that question? I don't know.
I consider myself to be masculine. Yet,
See,
not,
I'll never-
not manly.
But here's the thing: you got to understand.
Bro, the only people that are really going to agree with you, and they're all women, they're like, I don't get it, because they use that word all the time. It's like Jordan hearing, what's her name? Julia Fox saying, yeah, I don't get it. She sounds normal. Yeah, because you sound just like that when
I
you
saw
talk.
Jordan on TikTok the other
that's
day,
my
and I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I thought
I got job.
for a minute,
that's my
I
style.
She's like, I don't get it. Yeah, because you say that.
Jordan-
Jordan, you're not going to get it. And Andrew Hart, you're not going to get it because you're speaking the same fucking language.
Jordan did a lip sync to Julia Fox, and I'm not even joking. I thought it was Jordan.
Did she? I got to see this.
I thought it was Jordan
Probably
because
was.
they sound.
It probably wasn't a
They
lip sync.
sound identical.
But she's like, I don't get it. It's not funny. I don't even get it.
Yes,
Because,
yes.
you don't get it because you sound like her. Andrew doesn't get it. Bill Jackson doesn't get it. You know, Kimberly, Lisa, every woman that listens to the show is not going to get it because that's the language you speak. So you're not going to get it.
Do you understand that sometimes? I'll give you a great example. After we watched Jordan, who I thought was
my
Julia
God, is
Fox,
it her?
but it's actually
Is it her?
it's Julia Fox. She's lip syncing Julia Fox, but I actually thought it was Jordan because they do have a very similar voice and a look
I
and
don't want to
everything.
give too much of it away because I'm very superstitious, so I don't like to speak of things before they're finished. But it's so far a masterpiece, if I do say so myself.
Oh my God.
Sounds
Yeah.
just like
I thought that was Jordan.
Of course she's not going to. She's like, what? I don't get it.
I thought that was Jordan.
Just
it's Jordan.
like Kimberly and Lisa and Bill and Andrew, like, I don't get it
Blah, blah,
because
blah,
they
blah.
all speak
All right.
that language.
All right, buddy.
I speak Balboa if you want to go there.
I
don't speak that.
I speak Balboa.
So it's a word. It's a word. I'm talking about this specific word. I'm not judging Rich and Spot's life. It's a word.
Sounds like you were.
The end.
I think there's a charm in people like to a lot of times listen to people they don't have stuff in common with, and people that have different opinions and different outlooks.
It's courtesy of Bill Bill Jackson.
Like,
Bill makes great photoshops.
what? You know what?
It's
That's
a face swap.
That I love Bill's face swaps.
What was the old? What was the
Jackson.
old from Private Parts? When Howard's ratings were huge, it was like, yeah, all these people like him, but even more people hate him, but they can't stop listening. Why do people listen to Colin Cowherd?
When the Pizza Shack
Yeah.
took away their
But
sponsorship?
why do people listen to Colin Cowherd? Because he's a know-it-all, and people are like, fucking this guy, but I can't stop listening. Why do people watch Stephen A. Smith screaming? Because while it's annoying, it's I don't know. If you want me to be a pander and be like, yeah, guys, let's rock. Yeah, it's fucking dope. Rock.
No, have I ever said, Rich, stop being rich?
Rich, punch holes in the wall.
But,
Have
like,
I
I will
ever said,
never-
Rich, stop being rich? I'm saying when
And
you
then patch
use
them
this
up.
word,
Like a
I've
man.
never heard a man in my life use the word as much as you use
Right.
because you're talking to
Like the-
women all day,
like there's a guy,
man.
Kyle.
It's like honestly, and I say this, I don't even want to say it. He's talking to women all day, so he brings that word into this arena, and it's like it stands out.
Well,
That's
this
all.
guy, this
and I
guy's
agree
like,
with I agree with the feedback.
This guy's like Kyle, that I'll never
The
really
man in the arena.
I'll never really be. By the way, the Man in the Arena final episode came out, and it was so under the radar that I didn't
wanted
even
to
realize
ask you
it.
guys
I
about
didn't
that.
even realize it.
You
I'm gonna
did-
watch it. I'm gonna watch it on the flight tonight.
You talked
I had no
talked
idea.
about it so much, and I saw it in the lower third of something on ESPN,
Yeah,
and I'm like, they haven't mentioned it at all. And it's like,
yeah. No,
the
it's
man in the arena's out. I'm like, why? What's happening?
yeah. I'm gonna download it for the flight tonight. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, sure. Anytime.
But there are people that you're never going to see eye to eye on, but it doesn't mean they're not going to listen or respect you or like think you're fun or funny or entertaining. Like for instance, that movie with the Dario's butt
Can you
cheeks.
keep a secret?
Can you keep a secret? That's a movie I saw. Here's
Can
the
you
difference.
remember a name?
Here's the difference.
Can you remember the title?
Can you
Can you
remember
keep a
title?
secret? It's not fucking The Godfather. It's not Rocky. It's not no one's. I've already forgot it. Can you keep a secret?
Don't you remember that scene where Robert De Niro's like, "Hey, yeah, that's cute." You remember that in Godfather?
So I see a movie like Can You Keep a Secret? And I'm like, oh,
Who are you?
romantic comedy where, okay, it's a little mix up at the workplace. Dario, she's cute. This handsome dude and her fall in love and the antics. I look at that and say, I can't wait to watch out with my wife. And Sarah and I will grab a drink, grab some popcorn, watch it, and enjoy it. A guy like Kyle, who hit us up, he goes, I would see that movie and never in a million years watch it.
Same.
But that is the difference between you and me. I'm not going to fake it. I see that
Dude,
movie. I see that movie come out.
That's the obvious.
I see that movie come out, and my first thought is, I can't wait to watch
my
it.
first
Wait,
thought
hold on,
is
wait a
Alexander
second.
Daddario's titties.
Wait a
That's
minute.
my first thought. Does that make
Covino
me
and
more
Rich,
of a man?
We have different interests and different. Whoa, no way, dude!
Titties.
Holy shit, epiphany. We know that. I'm saying this word. The conversation's about this word. Not that Covino and Rich are different. If you feel like this word really describes you as a person,
It does. I'm a cute guy.
Okay, then that's it. Then that's it. Because I'm not. Hey, Rich likes corny shit. We know that. I'm saying this word, man. You really been using this word. You like that word? I don't know if it really fits with our vibe.
In fact,
If
I'm
it
going to
fits
start.
with, that's who I am.
I'm going to take it
Then
next
that-
level. I think I'm going to start saying Cutie Patootie. I think.
fine.
I think
Be the
that's.
Cutie Patootie.
I think it's. I'm going to be like, yo, do you see that Cutie Patootie?
You know what? Roll with it then.
Patootie.
It's not about you as a person. It's a word that sounds kind of like lame. That's all. The end.
Oh,
Thank you.
let me ask you
And
something.
I'm addressing again. This wasn't my take. I saw Kimberly commenting because she loves the word cute.
It's a cute word. It's a great word.
Jeffrey, who I don't agree with really ever. I read what he said and I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree with him.
I always want to call him
So-
Richard Jefferson,
You should be off.
but he's
putting.
Jeffrey Richardson.
Jeffrey Richardson.
That's his real name. He's just the opposite of
I
Richard
guess.
Jefferson.
I never thought of that, but
You should
yeah.
be off
You never
putting.
thought of that? Every time I see his name, I'm like Richard Jeff. Oh no, Jeffrey Richardson.
I mean, no one ever thinks of the obvious. I'll give you two examples. Some very manly rock examples.
Oh wow! Yeah, you have to have rock horns up the whole
I remember
time.
when Buck Cherry came out. I'm like, Buck Cherry, like, is that like a play on word like Chuck Berry? And like the label rep was like,
I never thought of that.
I don't think so. I never thought of that.
I never thought of that until you just said it.
And then my daughter the other day, she's like, I really love the Deftones. I was like, yeah, but that name is kind of weak because
Like tone
Deftones
deaf.
sounds like a doo-wop group, like something from the 50s. Like, yeah, the Deftones are opening up for the Delphonics.
Oh, I thought it was like tone deaf.
And Melody's like, yeah, let's take a play on words like tone deaf. I'm like,
Oh, see? I never thought of the Chuck Berry.
I think I told
I never,
Rich
thought
that
of
story.
I never thought of the Buck.
I think I
Cherry
told
one.
Rich that story.
You never
But
did?
anyway, I'm pretty sure I did.
When do you think you told me that story?
Like, people don't see the obvious sometimes or hear the obvious.
I think me saying cute is different than Rich saying cute. The end.
It's possible.
Okay, wait, so then why?
Because it was an endearing and cute tribute.
Yours didn't bother me as much as Rich does.
I love that you guys care so much about cute.
Like Rich talking about movies being cute just it throws me off.
See? Okay. So me and Spot can agree on
me
that.
saying cute about someone honoring a family member, that means a lot.
I agree. It's less cringy, 100%.
To me, someone like me,
I agree
think
with
that's
Spot.
cute
I do agree with Spot.
and heartwarming.
But that's what started the conversation.
Maybe cute's a very simple way of saying heartwarming, endearing. Those are just fancy ways of saying cute. If you look up a fucking thesaurus,
I just think Rich you know what I think?
They're
Rich,
fancy
I
ways
think
of
Rich
saying
thinks
all the
he's-
same thing.
Rich thinks he's being cute when he says
I'll work
that.
on my vocab.
Oh, that's what it is.
It is.
All right. I don't give thought to it. In fact, I wouldn't even have thought about it in my life.
You
if you didn't
should
bring
think
it up.
about what you say.
This butterfly is rocking.
And that butterfly in his trunks.
That butterfly is really fucking.
No. Yo,
rocking.
that's heartwarming. That's endearing. That's nice. Oh, that's nice.
All synonyms for the word cute.
No.
It's all good. Two things. I have a question about a song, and it goes along with my corny preferences. But before that, do you remember when Melody
No one
was
cares about your
around?
corny preferences. We're talking about a corny word.
You remember when Melody was around Emmy's age?
Yeah, she was really cute. She's a little girl.
Yeah.
Palate cleanse.
So
Now she's a pain in my ass.
well, most 12-year-old girls are a pain in the ass to their dad, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just make sure there's no voicemails like Alec Baldwin talking to his kid.
Oh, and her little piggy.
Her sheer little disgusting,
You're a little
pig.
disgusting piggy.
I hope Melody wasn't recording me yesterday, man. I was giving her a really stern dad talk for sure.
Hey now. Oh.
Yeah. I was like, whoo, hey now.
Robin. So,
But you know what?
Robin.
It's interesting, man, because the little kid could, like, you're in the middle of your dad's zone, and then the little kid will hit record and fucking threaten you with that shit.
do you mean when Johnny Depp recorded Amber Heard saying, "Who's gonna believe you"? Nobody.
Somebody.
You should be off-putting.
My daughter and I, like, I do the jokes. I do the same dumb jokes I'm sure Covino did with Melody, which is why I bring this up. Like, my daughter,
Hunger Games.
I'm trying to, like-
Is that your life story?
I'm trying to make Emmy be like funny and silly and like not be like serious. And she's a really silly kid. So like a lot of times I'll be like, yo, Emmy, don't like, I'll say dumb things like, Emmy, don't move. You have poop on your head. She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, you're a poop head. And I'm wondering if she starts doing that at school, is like poop head something that like the teacher would be like, yeah, your daughter was calling kids poop heads. Are they sensitive at that age with teachers?
I mean, I think that's right on the borderline of
Yeah.
what someone might complain about, unfortunately, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I just
You know,
wanna ask-
I don't think it's a big deal if you got your kids back. Like, yeah, I'm cool with that.
yeah,
Whatever.
You should call her a cutie patootie.
that's my word for the show now. I do a Cutie Patootie podcast. It's called Covino and Rich.
Cutie patootie.
Yeah, let's rename the show. Cutie Patootie. Let's do it. Will someone complain if she uses that in public? Eventually, somebody.
It's not a hard-hitting question. It's just I realize that like I'll start being like, yo, you're a fart head. She's like, you're a fart head. And I'm like, if she says that to some other 4-year-old at school, is the teacher going to be like, you know, Emmy was calling kids fart heads?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think we're there yet.
It's like I said, end
No.
of question. I just
I
want to
don't
ask you
think-
because
to me,
I feel like you probably have that same sense of humor with your
playful.
daughter.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Emmy.
Very
fart head.
playful, childish. I don't think that they're going to, complain about that. I don't think so.
So my question has to do with hearing a song, thinking that it's beautiful, not cute. And you're like, let me look up that song. And then you find out it was done by a pretty legendary person, but you knew the cover only. Has that ever happened to you? You're a pretty big music guy, so I doubt that happens often, but I heard a song.
That happens every once in a
It's
while.
a beautiful song. I looked it up.
Quiet Riot's a good one. So I'm like,
And-
wait, Quiet Riot didn't sing Come On, Feel the Noise?
I don't want this to turn into a whole who was the original artist song, but I want to play a song and tell me if you've ever heard this song. Let me tell you the title of it. It's a beautiful song. It was on the last episode of This Is Us.
Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll is a cover. That's crazy. Like these are like recent ones that I didn't grow up knowing immediately. We all have these epiphanies once in a while.
So Spot, the song that I want you to look up. Hold on, give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you what it is. Here we go. Look up the song Only Love Could Break Your Heart by Jill Andrews. Only Love Could Break Your Heart. This played during like the final scene. I was like, oh, this could go on like a little mix I make for Sarah or a little slideshow of the kids or something. It's a beautiful song. Turns out I had no clue. Just hear the song for a second and tell me if you have heard this song before. This played during the final scene for anyone that watches This Is Us when Kevin and Sophie are having their little heart-to-heart.
So by Jill Andrews?
Yeah, Jill Andrews, yeah.
When you were young and on your own, how
Do you know the song?
Yeah.
I never knew this song, and I'm like, this is a beautiful song.
Pretty cute.
I was always thinking of games that I was playing.
And the hook is Only Love Can Break Your Heart.
Yeah, I definitely know this one. Who does the original though? I feel like when you say it, I'm like, yeah, of course, duh.
I thought that was the beautiful version. I'm like, that's a really nice song.
I definitely know the original.
The original?
But you know what, man? Maybe subconsciously it stood out to you because you did know the original.
That happens a lot.
I think here's the hook, right, Spot?
So the hook's familiar.
Yeah, it's like a beautiful song. Neil Young. I think this is one of those times where Covino's gonna be like, I knew that.
Neil Young maybe wrote it. Did he perform it?
I heard him perform it. Yeah.
That's not the version I know. Unless, I don't know, let's hear it.
It was one of those, I was going to give credit to this random woman. I'm like,
then there's other covers of it. There's no doubt to me that Neil Young probably wrote it.
Ton of covers.
But I know this.
Name?
I know that song from someone else.
It's a really beautiful song. I won't say the word cute because it's not the right word. It's beautiful. But I was like,
word.
Neil Young performed it. He wrote it.
Oh,
but I'm
sorry.
like, is that the version most people know? Like, are there songs?
This isn't the Neil Young version because I can't get Neil Young on a.
Oh, that's right. On the spot, if I could find it. There's
Just say Spotify, Rich.
No, it's the one non-compete I have at the job that pays me the most.
But you can say the word, Rich. You're not competing with them. You can say the word.
Spotify.
There. Oh.
Spotify.
You're not doing a show on them, Rich. You can say the word.
So, my thought.
I think the version I know is sung by a woman.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, are there songs? Here's I guess the question I've come to. Are there songs where you've heard a million versions and you're not quite sure what the most popular version is and who actually wrote it? You're like, I've heard that by 20 people. Who wrote it? Andrew said he thinks it's on the Big Daddy soundtrack with Sandler too. It's a really nice song. I just don't know who the OG was.
I mean, I've grown up knowing this song. Yeah, I guess it is the Neil Young version. Yeah. I guess it is the Neil Young version I knew. Who knew? But I definitely know the song.
There are songs that have been covered
Who
by
sang the original?
multiple artists. Like, I mean, this is a stretch because it's more of a sample, but that song that you love that's out right now, that Lotto song.
Oh, yeah.
It's, it's sampling Mariah Carey, which is in turn sampling the Tom Tom Club. But that's more of a sample than an actual cover.
There's a lot of those, like, because sometimes songwriters perform a song, write a song, and then someone else makes it more famous, and then you're confused by it. Like Prince with Nothing Compares to You, right? So Prince Does Nothing Compares to You. Sinead O'Connor, Does Nothing Compares to You. Big hit. Chris Cornell does it. People know it. They're like, oh, so they'll backtrack and they'll be like, oh, it's the Sinead O'Connor cover.
Yeah, and you're like, wait a minute,
but Prince did it too. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
wait, but who did it first? Like, if you didn't live it, you might not know.
Yeah, there's a few songs where the original artist eventually will cover it themselves, and it's like, no, they're not covering it. It's their song they gave to someone else, and then they go back. Like, if you've ever heard Bruce Springsteen
confusing.
If you ever heard Bruce Springsteen do Blinded by the Light in a concert, you'd be like, oh, he's covering. No, he's not covering it.
And if you didn't live it, you're like, oh, who sang it first?
Yeah, so I heard that song, and I was like, oh, Jill Andrews, that's a really nice song. Sarah, put this on your like chill, like romantic mix.
Cute mix.
Put this on your cutie mix.
Cutie Patootie mix.
And I was like, wait a minute, there's a million versions. Wait, who wrote it? Neil Young? Wait, do I know the Neil Young version? And I'm like, I don't think I do. So I think that happened. You know what? A song that I realized was a cover. You told me this once before, though. 1985 by Bowling for Soup.
Oh yeah. Well, it was originally
like
we
41.
talked about it.
Yeah, some 41 or some other band that we know did it, and they sort of just took it because some 41.
SR71.
Is it SR71? SR71 was like, yeah, we've really got no use for it, and Bowling for Soup made it a hit, and I think SR71 till this day claims like, well, it's our song, and they still perform it if they're still around.
I forgot that.
I saw a clip on the talk. Let me see if I can find it. That if that song was, it said if that song was made today.
Most songs I know, well, I know there's some songs that I like didn't know were covers, but most songs, like a lot of times in the 90s, songs were covered like I Can See Clearly Now or Come and Get Your Love or I Think We're Alone Now or, you know, all those were covers of songs from like the 60s, 50s, 60s.
All right, we can move on from that. I just thought that song was a nice song, but again, sometimes you hear a song a million times and you're not quite sure who originally did it because you've just heard so many versions of it.
Like Can't Help Falling in Love. Like UB40 loved covering old songs.
Yeah, right. That's a Red Wine.
They're essentially a cover band.
UB80 now.
Yeah,
there it is. Damn, son. Damn, son.
Killing it lately, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Bro.
Weird take on the cute thing, but killing it lately. Thanks, man. Why'd you have to say it was a weird take?
Oh, like girls just want to have fun.
That's
a big one.
That's a big one, but I mean, who sang the original? I think it was just written by somebody else.
Jeff Buckley's cover of Hallelujah. But everyone knows it's Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, it's Rich is saying you're not knowing who to give the credit to sometimes if you didn't live it.
Spot, I'm going to send you something on TikTok, and I thought Bowling for Soup, they're saying if that song was written now, we forget, in 03, that song was written, I think in 04, it was written about 1985. So if the song was written now, it would be about when we started our show. Mid 2000s, because
Bro, we're getting better and better every day.
Every day.
Mad World. Mad World's a good.
Oh, that's a good
one.
example.
That's a good one.
Because you think it's that I don't even know who did it.
Gary Jules.
Yeah, but dude, that's Tears for Fears. You're like, yo, that's a Tears for Fears song?
And the original versions just sound so different.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, if 1985 was made now, if 1985 was made now, we'd be singing about what was 20 years earlier, mid 2000s. Spot, I sent you a TikTok video of some two dudes on their guitars doing an updated version of 1985 as it was about 2005.
She's seen all the classics, she knows every line. Girls in Super Bad, in American Pie. She rocked out to Blink, but thinks good Charlotte stinks. Thought she'd have a go with some guy in all-time low. Where's Ed Hardy and Juicy Couture? And what does Kelly Clarkson have a TV show for? When did iPods become cell phones? Whatever happened to sitcoms, game shows on cable TV? And Britney and Eminem, way before Ed Sheeran, there was 50 and Nelly, and Real was still on MTV. Her two kids school, they tell her that she's uncool, cause she's still preoccupied in 2005.
Makes you realize how quick time has gone. It's so sad. Oh, so sad.
It is sad. I see it.
I could transition off of that if you're cool with that.
Yeah, I was ready to get into the news, but all right.
I got a good transition.
Yeah.
Speaking of the old school, when we first started our show, and even before that, last night I was laying in bed. Sarah was sleeping. Sarah went to sleep at like 9 last night, so I was on my own. On my own. Can I sing Broadway tune spot? Is that cute?
John Carpenter says Sublime does a lot of covers that you don't realize. Yeah, Scarlet Begonias is Grateful Dead. A lot of Marley covers. So Rich wasn't really asking that question, though. It was like when you hear a song and it's been covered so many times.
Sometimes you forget, like, who's the...
You don't even really know who did it originally.
Yeah, and that's a great... The example I gave is because it's sort of like a sentimental love song that's probably been in a million soundtracks, covered by different people, that you probably lost track of. Like,
you know what I wonder
who
about?
even sings this?
Are those songs they use on Love is Blind and The Ultimatum? You know those song little, like, interstitials?
And you see the lyrics because...
Yeah, but are those really songs? Or do they just have, like, a person cutting hooks just for that moment? Like, love is gone. It is gone, so gone. The love is gone. And that's it? Or is that really a song?
If it's not already a song, you should make it.
No,
I know you're saying like heartbreak,
because that's
everyone.
That's the model of the show. If you've never watched a show, it's like you're watching a scene, and when they transition to the next scene,
it's like 10 seconds of a song.
It's 10 seconds of a song. Like, is that really a song?
But you never know the song, and it's always about some type of love or heartbreak or pain, and you're like,
I want to hear the rest of that one.
Ooh, hi.
Who is that? How do I find that song? Shazam, find that song. And then you're like, wait, they probably have like two stunads in a studio, a guy and a girl. I'm like, all right, now sing this.
Soul
breakup
Patch,
stuff. This motherfucking breakup stuff. Breakup stuff. You're like,
next scene. Breakup's tough.
Is that
what
a song? What is that?
Breakup stuff.
And they have the same format in the Ultimate, both produced by the same company, but it's the same exact format and flow. I want to hear those
Soul
songs.
Patch Eric pointing out an obvious one, but there's a whole generation of people that probably never realized until they were taught it that I Will Always Love You is Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that at first. When I was a little kid, how would I know that's Dolly Parton?
At first, I didn't know that until it became a story.
You learned it.
Yeah.
All right. Sarah was sleeping last night, so that meant no Booty, no Ozark, no Saul, no nothing that I really want to watch. You know, no. She's sort of watching the Lakers show with me on HBO, Winning Time. So.
Your doctor, no.
Your doctor, no. That's the one episode.
I'm a doctor, yes. Your doctor, no.
So because Sarah was sleeping, I'm like, let me see what I could watch that she won't care about. And I watched a documentary that I thought was pretty good, and it really,
what is
take
it
me
about?
back, do, take me back. It was not about Frank Stallone. That would have been dope. That would have been dope.
To watch a documentary about Frank Stallone.
There's a manly documentary about Frank Stallone.
In one sentence, he says cute. Then the next, he talks about Frank. This guy's got
cute to describe buckets.
Yo, he's got range.
Link.
He's got range.
My turtles are cute.
Greg says, in those instances, rub one out and just crash, no?
Take you back. Take you back. Take you back.
Yeah.
Take you back. There's a couple different versions. Hold on. What is this?
Who sang the original? I'm confused now.
This is all Frank Stallone, though. But they're all different versions of Take You Back.
Yeah, Frank Stallone opened up for the Deftones.
This is Take You Back, parentheses, Tough Jim.
Oh, yeah, I know this version.
Yeah, this is when they're doing a lot of B-roll. I think this was actually used later.
That's from Rocky 6.
Here's Take You Back.
From Rocky Balboa.
Yes, you're right.
Here's Take You Back, parentheses, Rocky. Let's see what version this is. Oh, so this is.
This is after he told Little Marie, "Don't be a little slug."
Do you remember the other one, Rich is Whack? That was a good one.
What version is this?
Take you back. Take you back.
From
all Frank Stallone.
Oh, really?
These are all
sound
Frank
like,
Stallone.
sound like a bunch of Soul Brothers to me.
No, these are all
Hey,
Frank
Spot,
Stallone
I'm not
versions.
even joking. Have the Pentatonics or anyone covered Take You Back?
No, but Michael Rappaport did on this show.
Oh, I like this version.
There's definitely brothers involved in this one. I know a brother's
You
voice
trying to
when I
tell
hear
me
it.
Boys to Men never, for fun, just did Take You Back?
Let me see if there's a Take You Back cover.
There's a Rich's Whack cover on Covino and Rich.com.
I'll pull it up for you.
I don't know if you heard there's a Rich's Whack. I'll say it again.
Michael E. wants to hear it.
I know.
I'm pulling it up. Hang on. Rich is whack. Here we go.
Rich is whack.
Rich is whack. Do 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 do. Rich is whack. Oh, Rich is whack. Whacker than whack Donald. Rich is whack. Rich is whack. Whacker than whack-a-mole. Rich is whack. That game you find at the amusement park. Rich is whack. Wears tight pants to work every day. Rich is whack. Wears t-shirts that make him look gay. Rich is whack. Wearing flip-flops and shows off his feet. Rich is whack. Showing toes that we all know are beat. Rich is whack. Whacker than whack Donald. Yeah. Ooh. Rich is whack. Whacker than whack-a-mole. Rich is whack.
My favorite one. My favorite version for sure.
He said I wore tight pants. Irrelevant. He said my t-shirts make me look gay.
This was in
So
Gaysist.
sensitive.
early 2000s.
I wear flip-flops. Yes, I do.
I have to go through all the versions.
I have beat
I think
toes. I
you're-
have great toes.
Yeah,
And
dick toes.
you're a fucking nerd, Sammy J.
If you think dick toes are great.
Yeah. You could lick my dick toes.
Gross. So Sarah's sleeping. You don't know what to do because you watch all those shows with her. So what to
Yeah.
watch? So you watched a documentary on something. I'm intrigued.
I did not watch I saw Carrie Kuhneman hit us up, said, did you watch who's the serial killer? Gacy, they got the documentary on?
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy, where the image is like half his face, half a clown. I was like, you think I'm watching that shit before I go to bed? No siree, Bob.
What does that mean?
Who's Bob?
You're going to watch a documentary about a creepy murderer like right before you go to bed?
You don't watch it like during the daytime?
No, but when I'm like, can't fall asleep and it's late at night, I just don't think I'm going to get better sleep by saying, let me watch a creepy creepster that like murdered women. So
teach his own, provolone.
I watched a documentary that really had me asking a million questions in my head. And it had me Googling shit and looking up stuff, which makes me really realize it was a good documentary. I did watch some of the NBA playoffs, but we're West Coast guys. So the novelty of that is baseball and basketball are done by bedtime.
The masculinity, Brett says. The masculinity. Hey, since when is that a dirty word? What a bunch of softy pants people.
He said the musicality, I think.
No, he said masculinity. I think.
Masculinity is not a dirty word.
It is.
Masculinity should
No, I
be
think
a
people
dirty
think
word.
it's a dirty word. Everyone wears softy pants. I can't find them at the store. I'm looking for them.
Softy pants?
Yeah. Where do you get those? At Target?
I'm reading our text messages. Which, by the way, if you text us 412, the letter C on our show, every so often put a little dash your name. Otherwise, I'm just like 940 hit us up and said, Rich's Whack is funnier than shit. That's awesome. And then 781 hit us up. And that's my boy, Jamie in Boston. And he hit the nail on the head because he's a real man. He has a hammer and nails.
He is a real man.
He's very manly.
Works with his hands, fix up cars.
Yeah, but he bleaches,
you know what?
he bleaches his butthole, though.
His
His wife told me that.
I think it's weird. He went, he wanted to fix up he chose a Lincoln over a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Classic
I mean, other
Lincoln
than
over-
the fact that he bleaches his butthole, he's pretty
He
manly.
has the JFK car.
I'm just kidding. I'm just busting his balls. Breaking his balls.
Good ball buster, so you could bust his balls back. Jamie in Boston, one of my favorites.
Streettrends.com.
He's living the life with his
StreetTrendsMetalArt.com.
There it is.
He's got a cute family going on, his beautiful wife and his kid.
His
Jamie's
family
living it up.
is very cute. His daughter is very cute.
So he said, you guys need to watch, and I did last night, the Abercrombie and Fitch documentary. It's called White Hot.
I heard it's good.
Are there a lot of shirtless dudes in it?
Isn't that what they called you in your early radio days?
The nickname that I should have went with.
In the early 2000s?
White Hot. Coming at you. It was Flama Blanca.
The White Knight Highly?
The White Flame.
The White Flame was my original name. Whereas the guys on my softball team call me Dickie with the good hair. There's another Rich on my team that's bald. So the Abercrombie and Fitch rage. Now, if you love the Ed Hardy, not the Ed Hardy. If you like the,
I'll let him figure it out.
Was it Affliction? No.
Oh my God, bro.
Not Ed Hardy.
I think he's stupid or something.
You got it.
Come on. Von Dutch. If you like the Von Dutch documentary, if you enjoyed the Von Dutch documentary, I think this is right up your steam pipe alley. I sort of enjoyed the...
They were all racist, right? Is that the premise?
Yeah, but there's like a weird... there's a weird angle. Yes, at the end of the day, there was racist fucking inequality things going on. But I thought the interesting part was how Abercrombie and Fitch was a brand. You know, they always said like, since 1892. This is shit you end up looking up afterwards. But it was like a hunting high-end, like Teddy Roosevelt bought like guns from Abercrombie and Fitch. There was someone that killed themselves, like a famous person that like committed suicide, and they used an Abercrombie and Fitch gun.
Really?
Like this brand goes back.
Right.
If you look at Abercrombie,
see when you're slightly vato like this guy, slightly vato, right? Daniel Javier Feats, slightly vato. I was able to pull off some Abercrombie when it was hot, when that shit was white hot.
They talked.
Want to see a sweet picture of me in an Abercrombie?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
I mean, they talked about...
It was founded by David T. Abercrombie and Ezra Fitch. Abercrombie was an outfitter and elite outdoorsman, and Fitch was a wealthy lawyer and real estate developer.
And Spot, someone killed themselves with some gear they got from Abercrombie. It was a high-end, like, we're talking Covino, rich people.
Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway killed himself with an Abercrombie gun.
Yeah.
Now,
it's outdoor gear.
The brand, they had a big store in New York City. They show you footage from like 80 years ago where it's a big storefront.
Think about it.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
In the 90s especially, flannels were in. So that's where I got a lot of my dope ones.
You know Teddy Roosevelt?
Teddy Roosevelt and
when he found out he was president, he was in Newcomb, New York, and had to travel to Long Lake, New York to use the phone to call them and let them know that he was on his way. Did you know that? Where my wife's from.
Abercrombie and Fitch was a hunting brand, a wildlife. Like that's why they got that. Why there's that underlying vibe. But here's what they did, Spot. You'll see this in the documentary.
That's why they used to love cargo shorts.
They took that underlying vibe of wilderness. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there was always that vibe of like, what was their logo? Like the moose head or something. Like they always had that look. And they combined it with sexy. So it was like, let's take this, like this.
It was ruggedly
sexy thing.
Like Spot.
And they took this
like
brand.
Spot in his gym selfies.
There was a guy who's like a super rich, later came out to be a gay dude. And when you look back, everything about Abercrombie was very gay. All these shirtless dudes and dudes wrestling and everything. But it was such a
homosexual. So it doesn't sound as
homosexual.
offensive.
It was a very homosexual brand.
Thank you.
But
not when I rocked it.
Well,
I'm not saying being homosexual is wrong. But
this is the greatest example. Covino's the best example.
Yeah,
what they would do is they would target popular straight frat type bros.
What
But the
about
reality
Target?
is,
Can't even go to Target now?
see, now you're confusing everybody.
No, I was rocking it because, like, again, it was the 90s and flannels were in. So
Yeah, it was
They
a
weren't
very
known for their flannels.
It was
though.
very
That's all I got from there.
Abercrombie was
I
very
disagree
like
with you.
young broy.
You could disagree with the documentary.
It was very young
Then I do.
broy because it was like
You knew more.
ripped dudes. So like bros were really into it. It was very bro type of
Andrew Hart makes the best point because he's quoting the documentary. It had the sex appeal of Calvin Klein, but the preppiness of Ralph Lauren. And what they did was they made the price point high, but not as high as the designer shit.
not as high as Rich when he was talking about aliens trapping people.
Not as high as Ralph Lauren and some of the higher sassy brands, but it was more expensive than your Aeropostale or Gap. So they had this little pocket where it was like expensive for a kid.
Yeah.
It was
It's
sexy.
high-end, yeah.
It was cool.
I thought it was high-end Aeropostales.
Yeah, and what they did was they said, you know what they did too? They had the models, and they wouldn't, every other
Shirtless
storefront, right?
models.
Every other storefront, you know what they would do? Big window displays of what they had. Abercrombie had like those wooden shutter shades where you had to go inside to see what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was like a genius, but besides being a genius,
that's how you trap white people if you're an alien.
besides being a genius,
Wood shutters?
it was so
What's going on?
it was so homoerotic. Now, our buddy Tony hit us up saying that he did some modeling for Abercrombie back in the day, and he
Guy's got a 12-pack.
and Tony actually
fucking who? Atlas? Who are you talking to?
Tony Moriello.
He modeled for Abercrombie? What a stud.
See the guy's abs? Well, he said on our in-show thread what part of the documentary was about. The photographer and the president were both very much into like handsome younger men. And the photo shoots became very homoerotic. Like, why don't you guys tussle and wrestle? And let me just see all your dicks. Like, it became inappropriate, but it was my buddy Vince, one of my best buds, Vince, who's in the fashion industry, is a gay dude.
Yeah.
And he worked at Abercrombie, and he would always say, like, yo, Abercrombie's so gay, but every straight frat guy is like, Abercrombie's my shit. But meanwhile, everything about the brand, shirtless dudes, all the ads were two guys like wrestling shirtless. So in the gay
Maybe
community,
subconsciously, that's why I went there.
but in the gay community, everyone's like, they would buy Abercrombie. They would all collect. There was a gay dude that was like a talking head. He's like, yeah, every gay guy in the 90s collected the Abercrombie catalogs because it was essentially softcore, like gay men.
My perspective is not going to line up with the documentary's truth. But my truth was I was probably dating girls at the time that liked the brand. And you're like, I bought you this flannel. And it was a higher end Aeropostale. It was the 90s. And I only had flannels. Maybe from a pair of jeans.
You said Aeropostale. Did you mean Abercrombie?
No, for me, it was a high end Aeropostale.
Oh, Abercrombie is a high end Aeropostale. Yeah,
for me, that's what it was. So that's why I rocked it. I sent you the picture, right, Spot? And then we have a phone call. Like, here's me in my glory with an I was in my glory. I had a bunch of them.
Glory.
But again, I only had the flannel ones. I know
that's odd because that's not what they're known for.
That's weird. I don't know.
That was
to me. That's what they were known for.
That was definitely not what they were known for.
The only reason because of what I wore, and that's the only reason I would have to go in there. Look at me, I was bad as can, bro. Bad as can.
But they were known for their graphic tees. They were known for their jeans. They were known for their.
I just knew them as like shirtless.
Yeah, and
advertisements. That's it.
How baggy that shit was.
I didn't know what they sold. I just knew that I didn't look like the guys on the front, so I just kept walking.
We'll take a phone call. Who's on the phone, Spot?
Well, I believe it's your mom that keeps calling but keeps hanging up because
we don't answer.
She wants us to like immediately respond when.
Well, that's my parents. They don't have patience.
But I just want to. I'm putting her on hold, or she's listening to the show.
Gotcha.
We just need to. And I keep.
All right, so when she calls back, just give us a thumbs up and we'll put it right.
I'm just gonna go right to her when she calls back. Right to her.
So
right to her.
It's just a great documentary. I really gave away not too much. You learn about the whole story. The one thing that I'm sort of questionable.
You didn't realize how gay it was. Was that? No, I'm serious. That's what I'm getting.
Honestly, Mike, I'll give you 3 takeaways.
Because neither did I really.
Three
but
takeaways.
Now when you look back, a bunch of naked dudes. All over the place.
3 takeaways was that my best friend in college who ended up coming out.
Yeah.
Worked at Abercrombie. He was a manager there. And we used to joke about, he left Abercrombie, and we used to joke about, did you get fired because you're not good looking enough? That was our joke.
Yeah.
But he would always say how, yo, you guys and all these fratty guys and white dudes in college are all about Abercrombie. Meanwhile, in the gay community, it was like, yo, look at all these hunks. Like, the gay community was like, what? Do these straight guys, are they not looking at the advertising?
I mean...
Like
the bags.
Every bag was a shirtless dude.
Shirtless, not even the full dude. It was just a shirtless man torso with abs.
So there was the
It
was the underlying vibe of like, this is sexy and luxury for a young kid. And
I just assumed like the greeters were shirtless. Young shirtless men with abs.
Here's my question, and here's where I got
caught up. Right by him. What's up?
Which wasn't, and if you remember in the early 2000s, you can Fritz remembers.
Yeah, but dude, we didn't care. That's the thing.
No. But you can. You
like
remember,
everybody makes such a point about. Like, did you care if they were gay? That's the thing. Like, who cares?
In the early 2000s, that bodies were a little bit softer because no one really cared about abs back then.
Tony Moriello did.
Tony Moriello did, but
that was the only time I had abs.
like if you see any,
the early 2000s.
if you see any sort of TV show, like when they show the young, like I remember Dawson's Creek.
Oh, yeah, like the young hunks were not
The young
ripped.
hunks were just like soft, but like in shape. But
Yeah, like
soft.
Freddie Prinze Jr. in
so
shape.
when you saw these ripped dudes at Abercrombie, you're like, geez. Like,
So-
is this what I now? I'm definitely not like these guys.
So number one
I'm
takeaway from the
300 pounds.
documentary, which by the way is really interesting, how it became a wilderness brand from like 100+ years ago that kept getting rebranded, and eventually some genius was like, you know what we need?
which is more about the
A
wilderness
luxury.
brand.
We need a luxury brand.
That's a great joke. You can't just brush past
I didn't hear what he said.
You were talking about how it was a wilderness brand.
Yeah.
And he said, you're more into the holderness brand.
I didn't hear it.
Spotty with the fucking slam.
So I'm amazed that it was a wilderness type of brand, even though I'm more of a holderness type of guy. And I'm amazed how the brand, much like Von Dutch in that documentary, how it was like a motorcycle guy that sort of like went away and he died and
Right.
never knew that his name and the little brand became synonymous with a whole cultural movement. Abercrombie and Fitch were guys that were alive in the 1800s. And the brand just never went away. It kept getting bought up by a different company. Then it was bought by the Limited. And they said, like, let's rebrand this. What are we doing with Abercrombie and Fitch? And this dude comes in and says, sexy.
Crazy, sexy, cool.
And they said, you know what they wanted to do?
Crazy sexy.
They went to,
Then I creeped.
much like how, you watch The Food That Made America, how Domino's said, let's build all of our fast food pizza places by college campuses. Their whole gimmick was, we were influencers before there were influencers. Let's get all the coolest, best looking guys from the sports teams and the frats to work here. Yeah. Because if we get the coolest dudes and the guys that are presidents of fraternities, they're on the sports teams, if we get them wearing this stuff, then everyone else will. And here's where the only thing that I felt was tricky about the show. They made a lot of racial t-shirts that, looking back, their answer was, oh, we have Asian people on our staff and they thought it was funny. It's just a lot of like olden days miscommunication, like jokes you and I would have made in the 2000s, but they printed them on t-shirts and sold them. Like the equivalent of you telling a Asian Lee joke.
It's a different time, man.
No, but what I'm saying is, so
Doesn't make it right.
No, at the time they were like they had like a Mexican dude with a sombrero and it was like andale or something, and they're like, no one had a problem with this, and like, it was the time, like it was a graphic t-shirt.
I mean, it is interesting to look back on. Like, yeah, I guess.
But the big takeaway for me was, where is the line? Because you've seen this, and I'm sure Jordan saw this in her Hooters days back in the day. There's a level there's a level of, remember there would always be some jerk off that like applied to Hooters, like, I want to work there. And you're like, all right, guy, what are you trying to prove? Like, but then again.
Oh, it's like when you apply to work at Hawaiian Tropic Zone?
Yeah. And I put the little nipple pasties on? Yeah.
I applied as the oil boy.
Yeah, me too.
When I started working there.
Oil. No, I applied. I applied to be the oil man.
That's
you
cute.
You could be a little oil boy.
I would be. I don't mind.
Yeah,
Little oil boy.
A little oil boy.
Oil boy. I don't mind being a little oil boy.
So my takeaway was that, much like Hooters has a loophole where they could hire good-looking women, there's a legal yet illegal loophole for, like, all right, Abercrombie, right, Spot?
I see no problem whatsoever.
I know, but it's racist and sexist and everything.
I
but
see no problem whatsoever. It's the equivalent of me saying, like you said, working at Hooters, me wanting to be like, well, why can't I play for the fucking Lakers? Why can't I play for them?
I get it, but here's the catch.
I mean, are you any good?
It doesn't matter. It's discriminatory if you don't let me play.
Here's where it's wrong.
Because I don't have athletic ability?
Here's where it's wrong. There was like a class action suit where like some dude was pretty much told by someone else at work, like, yeah, you're not on the schedule a lot because someone did a walkthrough. Like the managers would do walkthroughs, and it's like, yeah, there's too many Filipinos working at this store. And he's like, what?
Snap. Wow.
Yeah, we need more white people here. That was wrong.
That's why it's called white hot.
This hot black girl thought that she was always being put on the later night shift on purpose so that she wasn't there during the day. There's like racial undertones.
And that's a pretty much overtone.
No, but at the
It's a very white.
That's a just
brand.
flat out
No,
tone.
and that's where.
So what though, man?
No,
it was FUBU, but
hold
because
on.
of things like that.
But hold on.
But you're catering to your brand.
This is racist.
You're catering
But
to your
here's the
brand.
loophole. black, white, Asian, doesn't matter.
I don't know any
Are
brothers
you
that wear
allowed to
Abercrombie.
only? Here's where the discrepancy was that they touch
but
on.
they-
Oh wait, are you only allowed to hire good-looking people? Because that is why, you know what their loophole was? They had all these lawsuits. I'm giving away too much now, sorry. But you'll watch it and you'll
I
see.
feel like I've watched the documentary.
I'd rather wear a class action suit. Sounds like
Is that what
something,
Saul Goodman
sounds
wears?
like something Don Draper would wear.
What you realized in this documentary was that they were judged like, hey, rate the looks of your employees. And like those people would get better shifts and more time.
On like hotornot.com?
Essentially.
Wow.
But here's the catch, Cove. Eventually, they got all these lawsuits, and their loophole when the lawsuits were over, they're like, yeah, sorry, we've done this. By calling the people that were in the front of the store models and not associates or employees, they were then able to be like, we can judge their looks because we're hiring models.
Yeah.
That was the loophole.
I don't see a problem with that at all.
Because someone could be like, yeah, I want to work at Abercrombie.
here's what
And
I
the
don't
person's
get,
like,
ready?
yeah, but you're a fat, bald guy. Like, we want like young, ripped dudes.
Think deeper though, and figure out where our culture went. This was clearly a white brand, and like I said, I'm slightly vato, so I pulled it off. But I was dating white chicks back then, so it worked for me. Okay, so it's a primarily white brand, very Hollister. There's all white people shit, right? Quality, nice stuff, whatever. So black people, Hispanics, minorities, whatever, they created their own brands to say, well, then fuck you, right?
Yeah. Culturally, there's different brands. Yes.
Because that shit's racist, so we'll form our own shit for us, by us. So, but if that's considered racist, we've made the adjustments, right?
Yeah.
How could other people not consider it racism if it's like for us, by us?
Everyone has their own
Hey,
brand.
like if you hire a white guy, it's racist. If you only hire a white guy, it's racist. But if you say only support a black business, that's not racist.
That's
I know what you're saying.
Like
There's
the
loopholes to
pendulum,
this.
like the pendulum was way off, right?
Imagine
but
if
then
there was-
to fix it, we went way off. So now it's got to be middle. Like,
Imagine
it's
if
like,
there was a sentiment that was
It
like,
doesn't make
imagine if
sense.
there was a sentiment where it's like, support local white business.
And by the way,
I
huge
would
fan,
never- yeah.
huge fan of Damon John.
I'm just saying,
huge
it's,
fan.
It's
The power of broke. I love that guy. I'm just saying it doesn't all add up anymore.
If
Like
you're
I understand
appealing-
the reason that they did for us by us. Abercrombie's the reason.
They weren't selling to me.
But we admitted it's wrong.
But are you allowed to hire people based on who you're selling to? Like
Yes.
if Fubu was like, sorry, white boy, we can't hire you. We're not
It's
selling to you.
Your brand.
That racist.
You're representing.
Then it's not
your
racist.
brand.
Then I'm a spot. Then it's not
don't-
racist.
Yeah,
You know?
Is there racial undertone? Yes, but that's the brand that they were catering to a certain type of person. It's like if you're a men's store.
I'm more on Spot's side because if it was racist, then everything that caters to specific minority brands, then that's being racist.
Like if you're
right. So I'm saying
a
no, it's
men's
not
store,
racist.
you
You
don't
have
have
a
to-
you have a target audience.
carry bras because you feel like you're discriminating against women. It's like you have a brand.
You can't hire someone and give them less hours and cut them because you have too many Filipinos. That's fucking terrible. However, if you
Yes.
say I want a model in the front of my store, we live in we live in the beach in Florida. I'd like a hot girl as the greeter and a guy with abs.
I was never going.
You
into
should be able.
Abercrombie.
I think as a company that's representing their brand, I think you shouldn't be able to discriminate race and stuff like that. But I think you should be able to hire a model. You should
know
be
what?
able to say, all right, black, white, Asian, Filipino, Dominican, it doesn't matter. You got abs? We need a good looking person up front. You good looking? That would be like saying a casting at a modeling agency is illegal.
You know why I shopped at Old Navy and I lived the Old Navy life?
Because you love performance fleeces?
Because I performed like a performance fleece because there were no ripped men in front of that store that made me feel like I didn't belong there. And you know what? That's fine because they weren't selling to me. Abercrombie was not selling their clothes.
they're targeting people.
Their extra large probably did not fit me.
Honestly, if there was a
Just
guy,
like H&M.
if there was a guy that if there was
extra
like
large doesn't fit me.
if there was like a preppy
Now
nerdy
it
dude,
does.
if
Now it
should a
does.
preppy nerdy dude get hired at like the skate shop?
Exactly.
Like
You
it just
have a
doesn't feel like no.
brand.
Yeah, but then again, those people are applying for the job, so they must be
but
unaware of
I don't know,
themselves.
man. There's a lot of this. Just should be called white guilt because it seems like racism only applies when it has to deal with white people.
Like
you guys are the worst.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not
You're
going to
the
work
worst.
at Hot Topic.
Like imagine if I was like, I want to work at Hot Topic. I'm a 40-year-old white guy
It's
that's
like-
they're like nerdy. Yeah, hey kids, I'm the guy at Hot Topic. Then why would they hire me? Hire some 18-year-old with tattoos.
It's like working at Starbucks when you hate coffee.
I don't
I
know.
know they sell tea, but still.
But the point is that there's a lot of little loopholes where there's some things, Spot, that I looked at and I said, racist. And other things I looked at and I said,
I like my sports
their
analogy.
brand needs to be represented the way they want it to without being racist. It's a very weird line that we're walking back then.
Just like I said.
It's racist because it was white.
Just like I said, I said this yesterday. I think I said this
Stop
yesterday.
blaming me.
Either I said this yesterday or tomorrow.
You're racist.
But I said this yesterday or tomorrow that, you know, there's a trend now where they're celebrating the women's bodies and have all these ads and like all these brands. I've seen the commercials, Old Navy, other brands of clothes, where they're like, this is our women's bodies, and we have clothes for all types of women's bodies, and women are great, and women are fabulous, great, women's body. You see anything advertising to a man, there is not fat men.
You know,
there is no one with a gut.
It was less about
man titties.
It was less about I think it was less about I think it was less about only hiring white people and more about the ability to keep on brand and actually hire people based on their looks. And I just wonder, like,
you're
that's
missing my question, though.
Yeah.
You're missing my question. If we're acknowledging as a society
I know, that's racist,
that's racist, and that was a problem, fine, okay, whatever, that was a problem, right? But as a result of that problem that we considered racism, other minority groups did their own thing. I understand that's why.
I know what you're
right?
saying.
Like, for example, you know, BET became a thing because
They wanna represent-
CBS was
yeah.
all white.
Yeah.
But if we're going to correct the problem, and now there's more minorities than ever on CBS, as there should have always been, then how do we still allow what was considered racism on the flip side of things?
You think they want to hire?
It doesn't make sense, man.
Lisa
It just doesn't.
Paragio brings up a good
Where's the
point.
logic here? Flawed logic.
Would they
Flawed
want to hire
logic?
Would they
Flawed
want
logic.
to? Would they want to hire a little skinny mini size zero at Lane Bryant or something? Wouldn't that be counterproductive?
It's flawed logic. Spot's right. It's target
Flawed
audience.
logic.
Flawed logic. Flawed
If
logic.
If you have a brand, you cater to your brand.
Well, I think you should watch this
No, you
regardless
can't.
of
Today, from
honestly,
today's
Cove,
perspective, you can't.
Cove,
Flawed logic.
regardless of how much we discussed it, I only hit the tip of the iceberg. I really feel like you'll enjoy this documentary.
I'll check it out. Of course I'll check it out.
White hot, the rise and fall of Abercrombie and Fitch. And I will say this, they did not mention, I was bummed to hear this. They mentioned Hollister. They mentioned the success of Hollister and how this company was worth billions. And now it's actually, I was unaware of this. Abercrombie's on a comeback now. Like, Abercrombie became way uncool and everyone
Don't call it
hated
a comeback.
They've been here for years, I know.
Yeah, since 1892.
But they, after all the drama and the lawsuits and everything, it was like Abercrombie became uncool.
No, you know what it is? They're getting better and better.
And now they have a new CEO that sort of revitalized the thing where they got rid of like the naked dudes on the bags and it's becoming a little more woke. And I guess
Bullshit.
it's
I don't want it
Bring them
anymore.
back. I want naked dudes
I
on my
want
bag.
naked dudes.
I want naked dudes on this bag. Wait, what? Just kidding.
so
Sounds good. And there was another one. Someone mentioned another documentary that I've been
wait.
meaning to
I had
watch.
one last thought that you love.
Oh.
They did not mention the short-lived spinoff known as Rule. They did not. But when you look at Abercrombie's documentary, they had a few spinoffs, and they're like, and they spun off in 2000. It lasted for 5.5 years.
Okay, so look, you got black dudes, right?
Yeah.
Listening to our show. One Love. Yesterday was Brothers and Sisters Day, right?
Yeah.
Love you guys.
I don't think
Creating a brand isn't racism. Okay, so then Abercrombie should be off the hook.
Like Stu said, we confuse racism with representation a lot.
Well, our representation's off 100% because we're overcorrecting. There's no question about it. And I'm a brown skin guy.
I don't feel represented anymore.
Oh, there was a
I'm a brown skinned dude who never felt represented. Okay, ever. Like ever. I felt like I was the only Hispanic dude in my state.
I think like
hold on, and so now there's an overcorrection.
I haven't watched the documentary, but Rich, what you described does sound like racism.
Yeah, he's saying racism. I don't know. I didn't see it.
It does sound like racism.
The racism was when they fired people because of their skin tone.
Justified through representation.
No. There was definite racism, but there was also moments of like, well, that's racism, but is that racism? Or is that just hiring practices? Like, I think when you tell the black employee, I'm not giving you the hours you want, there's different
That's what Rashawn is saying. How the company
operated in a
racist.
They operated in a racist, sexist manner, but they did not. There's other avenues. Hold on, I gotta look.
They definitely had a stigma of being racist, much like Tommy Hilfiger at one point, right? So I'm interested to see what it's all about. I'll check it out. And what was the other one spot? The other documentary someone pointed out, and I'm like, yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
The one about Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah. I want to watch that too. Girls Gone Wild, Abercrombie. And I thought there was one about some weird kid who was reincarnated. I keep wanting to watch that one, but I can't find it. All right.
You know what? Rocket Dog hit us up saying not everything was looked at through a racist pair of glasses back then.
Not everything was like that. I didn't even care if they were gay. I didn't even know it. We are so hyper-focused on that bullshit that it ruins everything. Everything comes back to racism or gaysism. No one cared. Dude, there was naked dudes on my bag. For not even for a second did I think to myself, am I shopping at a gay store?
Your beanbag?
Yeah. Was it my first or my last?
Naked dude. I got naked dudes on my bag.
We're looking at it from a 2022 perspective. At the time, I'm not saying racist things weren't happening within the company.
Yeah, naked dudes on your bag is cute.
The consumers were not looking at it that way. I was just buying a flannel.
I wish I looked like the naked dudes on the bag. I did, but I realized I wasn't, so I kept walking down the path to Old Navy.
All right, well, we got to get into the Rando news.
By the way,
the Gap is too preppy for me.
The guy that was the featured dude in this whole documentary, just so you know.
Oh, Johnny Ripplepex?
Mike Jeffries. Mike Jeffries was the CEO of multiple clothing brands, but he took Abercrombie from nothing to $1 billion thing. And his net worth, he's a 70-something-year-old guy now, and sort of was ousted from that world because he was considered a piece of shit and wasn't in the documentary himself. But apparently he was a genius. But everyone at the end of the day, because of all this, was like, what is racist and this? And so he sort of dipped away with a net worth of like $500 million. And he was quoted. This is a quote that, just to wrap it up, this is a quote that at the time.
Rich loved this documentary, man.
I feel like I've watched it.
Yeah, bro. I don't even need to watch it now.
All right, sorry.
Sweet.
I'm dying to hear this quote.
Just felt the need to fill the silence.
I gotta find this quote. Oh. There was multiple quotes, but at the time, here's the thing. You know how like at the time, no one blinked an eye, but then when you look back like 10 years later, it happens all the time.
It's kind of unfair because we're looking from a 2022 perspective.
It's sort of like looking at a comic stand-up routine 20 years later and being like, well, all right.
Because you're right. Like, oh man, I can't believe they sold that t-shirt.
At the time, this is just one of his quotes. And at the time, no one cared. But then 10 years later, it's like, can you believe what he said back in 2006? He's like, well, no one cared for the last 10 years. He said, we hire good-looking people in our stores because good-looking people attract other good-looking people. And we want to market to cool, good-looking people. We don't want to market to anyone other than that. We don't want ugly people to wear our clothes.
Yo, that's their brand.
And it was at the time,
a little old school.
Yeah.
Not as old school as my parents' old school, but I'm old school. Old school for life. All right, so I'm interested. You sold me, Rich. And you liked girls that wore Abercrombie and Fitch, right?
They talk about how LFO giving them a shout out like that.
No, I just love this. They said
that was like the icing on the pop culture cake, where it was like, now you got a #1 hit song.
Yeah, but it was bad press for Chinese food.
The chorus.
Didn't you request the
Panda Express took a hit?
Panda Express did take a hit. Chinese food makes me sick. Damn.
So hey, Rando News, we'll got to make it quick, like that little Nestle's rabbit. You make me sick like strawberry quick.
I'm trying to follow Lonnie without. I don't know if he is making a point or I said something stupid in his eyes.
Probably both.
He goes, but it's okay, Rich, because it's history. It's stuff that already happened. That's how we do shows now, right? I don't know. Meaning, is he saying like because she said something terrible back then, it doesn't matter? I'm just saying through a different lens. Like this guy said this quote in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
No one blinked.
Yeah.
When the lawsuit happened in 2014, 8 years later, everyone's like, can you believe what he said? It's like, well, I could have believed it for the last 8 years, but no one cared.
I mean, society changed.
Yeah.
Our views changed. Perspective changes. You need to evolve or not.
So.
And I think we looking back, yeah, we were
I don't think
wrong.
I don't think it was ever right. But what I'm saying is, back then it was never right, but it didn't alert or it didn't make your ears perk up.
No. In fact, part of me still thinks this. Hey, you want good looking? The whole I don't want ugly people to wear my clothes. Hey, that's their prerogative.
Eric said his brother and his brother's wife were regional managers for A&F.
But you're really limiting
for years.
You're really limiting though your target audience.
Didn't
because most people are ugly.
Lauryn Hill say that she didn't want me to listen to her music?
Yeah, but Eric said his brother and sister-in-law worked there before they were teachers when they were younger, and when they were managers, they were told from above, like the emphasis on the sexiness of your employees. Like it was, like you were.
It's a different time, man. Like
sales
you said,
were.
We were told to ask dirty questions to women in our studio. I mean, we worked for Maxim. It was a different time.
It's also
doesn't make it right, but it was a different time.
It's also one thing of your front of house versus back of house. Like if someone's getting passed over for a job in the corporate side because of how they look or their race, that's obviously heavily discriminatory. But in front of house, like when you go to a restaurant, you want an attractive hostess that's going to greet the people that come in.
Why do you think when you go to a sassy LA spot,
you want in shape waist staff and bartenders? Nobody gives a shit about the guy cleaning dishes in the back of in the kitchen.
I do. That's why I wear the Virgin of Guadalupe shirt.
When you
from
go
the Lucky brand store, which proved to me they weren't racist.
Oh, it's lucky you
and
still
I'm
have
wearing
that
this
shirt.
because it's the week of Cinco de Mayo on a Taco Tuesday.
when you go to Vegas,
Virgin of Guadalupe.
Las Vegas. When you go to Vegas,
Lucky brand.
Lucky you still that shirt's still around.
Lucky it still fits me after all these years.
When you
I wasn't gonna say that.
when you go to Vegas, every hostess is
it's wrong.
hot for a reason. The end.
Every hostess, even Cupcake, is hot for a reason.
Let's say goodbye.
Rando news, man. I could fucking just because you want to talk about Abercrombie and Fitch for 45 minutes.
What's so important?
There's just a few things in the news.
Okay, go on.
There's a big story floating around. Have you heard the big story? How they were leaked from the Supreme Court. You didn't hear this? It's like a huge story.
Amber Heard pooped in someone else's bed.
This is very unprecedented because things being leaked are never happened from the Supreme Court about a draft for them to overturn Roe v. Wade. So
they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade?
Huge story right now.
Jesus.
First of all, they're trying to figure out how the leak got out. Secondly, obviously, them even considering overturning Roe v. Wade and wanting to.
How on planet Earth?
Am I going to have to bust out my class action suit?
Yeah.
How on planet Earth are they going to overturn
Supreme Court of the United States?
Roe? No, but Roe v. Wade when, that's ridiculous.
Do you think it's ridiculous that a judge in the Supreme Court or any judge wears a fucking robe? 2022.
Sort of weird. But I also think it's wild how old dudes could be like, "Hey, young woman, I'll tell you what to do with your body." Like to me, I don't know how that's the fact that that's still a conversation is wild to me.
Let's not even talk about it because that's a road I don't want to go down.
I don't give a shit. That doesn't mean I'm pro-abortion. I'm just saying I can't understand how that dude could tell that woman what to do with her body. Mind your own business.
I mean,
it doesn't mean I would ever.
Things have changed.
But you get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I would ever want to go down the abortion route, ever.
Things have changed.
But it doesn't mean that come on.
Things have changed so much since the 70s.
Yeah. I'm just reading feedback. Sorry.
Advancements in medical technology, science, all that stuff. It's like back in the 70s, it was like, they were going in with instruments and doing all this shit. Now it can be done medicinally and all that.
I think it has nothing to do about abortion or the topic itself, but I'm just still amazed that we can't all agree that like that random politician dude wants to tell that woman what to do with her body is mind blasting to me. I'm not going around saying, "Hey, everyone get abortions." In fact, once you have kids, you sort of become a little, your mind changes on things a little bit, right? But I would never think it's in my place tell another human being, especially a woman, what to do with her body. That is bananas. BANANAS.
Screw abortion. I want the snap.
I just can't understand
the snap in this world.
I can't understand.
Bring it.
What is that? What's the snap spot?
Avengers reference, Rich.
Oh,
I thought it was
I think you snapped into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
that you were getting food
I
stamps.
thought Crackle and Pop were fucking gonna bust into the studio.
Something the Jets did in 1922.
Snap. Great play. Jets weren't around in 1922.
I'm just fucking saying things.
All right. So another like Rando news. That's real news. Rando news. Mike Tyson's in the news. I love when Mike Tyson's in the news. Recently, he beat some dude's ass on an airplane. Why are they antagonizing me? Right? Now, he's just walking through. This is like they're trying to make a story, but it's really a non-story. But it's like, be appropriate. Be appropriate.
I prefer
People don't have any regard for anyone around them. Gym selfies, regardless. The respect level is ridiculous. This is Mike Tyson. Get out of his face. There's some woman, Mike Tyson, I'm just walking through like a crowd. He's walking through a crowd of people. Some woman, we used to call this back from Union, New Jersey, giving someone a Stanley. You know what giving someone a Stanley was?
No.
Like a dirty Sanchez. This woman basically gives Mike Tyson a dirty Sanchez.
Sticks her hand in her ass and puts it in his nose?
No, but she fucking throws her hand like he's just trying to get through. She throws his hand she gives him like the 30 Sanchez.
But she sticks her hand in her ass?
What are you doing? So but the headline.
She sticks her hand in her ass?
She doesn't stick her hand in her ass. She might have. I don't see that.
Can you give me more details on this, please?
There's a Mike Tyson story that's a non-story. Some woman just obnoxiously just like tries to be part of a picture or something and basically hits him in the face and hey, what's going on? And he gets real angry, in the moment. But the headline is Mike Tyson goes at another like civilian fan. And it's like, no, he didn't.
Oh, geez.
He was in shock because someone stuck their fingers up his fucking nose. Leave your finger out of my nose. That's really what happened. So imagine you're walking and all of a sudden like people are taking pictures like someone's like,
I don't need this.
see this guy picking my nose. So I got angry. So it was they're trying to run with that theme now in the media. That like, oh, Mike Tyson's just beating on regular people.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it. Watch. So here he is walking. Keep your eye on him. Keep your eye on him. I'm just walking right there on the left, right there. I'm walking and someone gave me a Stanley.
Why are you putting it in my nose?
Someone gave me dirty Sanchez. Unacceptable.
Gross.
So
She went to go pick his nose.
But he gets and then you see like in slow motion, like she basically gave the like what's that about? So
like,
unfair headline because again the headline is Mike Tyson has another like steamy encounter with the fan.
Damn.
Like no, he didn't. Some obnoxious idiot woman,
right
sticks
here.
her fucking hand all the way in Mike Tyson's face.
Why are you touching my nose?
Why are you doing that?
Why are you touching
What
my
is that?
nose?
What is she doing?
That's what I'm saying. So don't believe the hype is a sequel.
I don't get what.
Mike
Back
Tyson's
off.
minding his business. This girl gives him a Stanley. They gave me a Stanley.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Wow.
Spot.
No
Neither did
Stanleys.
Mike Tyson. But again, know what the headline was?
Why are you touching my nose?
Mike Tyson has another heated encounter with a fan.
Why are you touching my
Don't stick your
nose?
fingers up his nose.
Stop
I thought that
touching
was
my
obvious.
nose.
You would think so, right?
You think that's obvious?
I think it's hilarious. Anyway, Met Gala. What is the Met? What is it all about? I don't get it.
Was Tim Tuffle there?
No, but Kendall Jenner shows
But Wally
up.
Backman was there?
I don't care about it, but I fart on the Met Gala.
The Met Gala, I believe,
Yeah.
is hosted by Anna Winter of
Oh,
Vogue, the editor-in-chief of Vogue. It's just you have to receive a personal invite,
I know this sounds insensitive,
and
but
there's a theme every year.
a lot of
That's all
what's
I
the
know.
theme? Dudes in dresses.
No, the theme
Lots of dudes in
was
dresses,
The
and
Gilded Age.
Kendall Jenner ditched her eyebrows. If this is a trend, I'm not supporting it. She went eyebrowless, but she did show her nipples, so it balanced out for me. So that's a trend I can get behind.
That makes sense.
So-
I love nipples.
So I fart on
I
that.
love nipples.
All right,
Nipples,
whatever.
nipples.
But I get it. It's all about being, hey, man, I'm so crazy. Look at my fucking style.
Kendall Jenner ditches eyebrows.
No, eyebrows is the weakest.
Freeze nipples.
Yeah, so whatever.
Are they blonde? I think they're colored in.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's supposed to be eyebrowless.
All right, let's get
It's a weak look. Let's stop it because everybody copies
Let
what
me
the
see.
Kardashians
Let me see your
do.
eyebrows again.
No,
Okay.
I see your nipples.
I just see nipples.
I want to give her a
Yeah, that's a
Stanley.
weird eyebrow look, but
All
she's
right.
gorgeous. She is
Speaking-
she is just stunning.
Yeah, but remember, young women do everything the Kardashians do. So if
Yeah.
the eyebrow thing ever takes off, I'm going to be mad about that.
Show me your nipples.
I'd rather have chola eyebrows than no eyebrows.
I would agree. Yeah.
Now,
You look good with chola eyebrows.
I might go that route. Speaking of the Kardashians, even though you don't want to, I get it. The Kardashians had a big win yesterday. $100 million defecation trial. defamation trial. And it was against Black China. Black China was suing them for 100. It's going back and forth. I think the Kardashians are also saying, stop using our name, right? Because it's ruining our brand and we don't like you. But Black China, who was married to Rob Kardashian, was suing them for $100 million. Did something? Oh. Man, Spot's on fire right now. Spot, somebody cool this guy off. Spot has steam coming off his head. If you can't see it, you're missing out on the fire that just went off on Spot's hair. All right, so Black China had a reality show with Rob Kardashian, right?
Yeah.
The Kardashians sort of like shit on it, and she's claiming that they ruined her reality TV career. She was suing them for $100 million, but the Kardashians won. So there you go. Who cares?
I always see the name Black China, and I have no care.
I mean,
her at all.
I don't
She
care
looks
either.
disgusting to me.
Whatever. It's Rando News, right?
I see the name Rob and I just don't care.
Congrats to the Heat and the Suns with the wins yesterday. Now the Bucks and the Celtics and the Warriors and Grizzlies play tonight. Enjoy that. And speaking of sports, I pose it on one last question. Maybe I'll save this for Fox Sports Radio, but I'll pose it today because this question was posed today, courtesy of Top Rank Boxing, which I follow on social media. Isn't that cute?
Adorable. It's adorbs.
Isn't it adorable that I love boxing?
Adorbs.
Cute thing.
I know. I'm so masculine.
You're
of
such
me.
a cutie
I'm so
patootie.
outdated. I should follow the fucking Met Gala.
Cutie Patootie.
So Top Rank posed the question and it said, yo, what's your first boxing memory? And I think I have mine. I was like, let me think about this.
I have mine for sure.
Oh, we're
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna
First boxing memory. So this was courtesy of Top Rank's social media. But then I wanted to take it one step further, but we're running late, so I'll save it for Fox Sports
Yeah.
Radio. But like, do you have your first sports memory?
Yeah.
Your first sports memory? Well, I'll be. I'm curious. I want to know what it is.
Joe Montana winning the Super Bowl over Dan Marino was my first sports memory because I remember my
My
dad.
first football memory is the catch.
So that's 81. You were 4. That's amazing.
I was
You
5.
remember that? 5.
Yeah. I remember, you know,
Yeah.
But why do I remember it? Because my family went berserk. And I
Yeah,
remember like specifics. They're like, got it with his fingertips. Did you see that? His fingertips. And I'm like, I guess that's amazing.
I would say my first real memory of sports was the 49ers winning the Super Bowl with Montana over Marino.
That's your first
and
sports
it was
memory.
like a clear memory. I was 5. And my dad was like, "Oh, Richie, here's a Montana shirt." I had a Joe Montana shirt, and I was like invested, like rooting. I was like, "Go Niners!" Like it was fun. I was 5, and I could see that being my first memory because Emmy is almost that age.
Do you really want to hear my memory that you're not going to believe? Because I actually have one that goes further.
When you were
than
like
that.
1, I know, probably Ron Guidry or something.
No, dude. It's even
Louisiana
weaker.
Lightning.
I had to be like 3, like maybe even younger. Because I remember it was on my parents' black and white TV. It was a piece of shit TV that my
How
dad.
old are they?
Yeah, my dad probably
I never
had
had a
from
black and
like,
white TV.
his parents' house.
Yeah.
Did it have a record player attached to it?
No,
And a
here's how
radio?
little I was. I was sleeping in my parents' bedroom because I was probably still in my crib. But I was in my crib till like 8. So just, to make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
My feet were hanging out of the crib by the time I finally got into my own bed. But I was in my parents' bedroom watching their old fucking black and white TV. So I had to be a really little kid because they had the black and white TV in their bedroom.
Thurman
And
Munson died.
The Yankees were on, right?
Yeah.
And I said to my mom's going to be like, how does he remember that? I swear to you, this is my first sports memory now that I think about it. I said to my mom, I know who that is. And my mom goes, you don't know who that is. And I'm like, yes, I do. But here's how little I was. I said, that's pinch hitter. And pinch hitting was fucking, I don't know who the fuck it was, Bucky Dent.
Yeah.
Right? And I just happened to be lucky. The dude was actually pinch hitting. But I thought that's who that was. Like,
Pinch hitter. You know his name was Pinch Hitter.
And my mom's like, oh my God, how did you know that? And I was like a little kid. I'm like, I don't know.
There you go.
But that's my first sports memory. Like I was aware of like, yeah, the Yankees and this is what's going on. And I've seen this guy before. His name's Pinch Hitter. I remember that.
Pinch hitter.
And then the guy was pinch hitting again.
Rich is,
and my mom was blown away.
He was also reading at the age of 3.
No, then I slowly I went backwards in life.
Regressed. Your Benjamin Button. Your brain.
But my first real sports memory after that was the catch. And then my first boxing memory, if I'm really trying hard to think about it, had to be like the No Mas, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, 1981 moment. That's 81. And again, it's because you see your family erupt or something. And you're like, man, this must be important. But I wanted to pose the question, like, hey, your first sports memory.
Let's do that on
we'll
Sunday.
Save it for
Yeah,
Fox
save it for
Sports
Sunday,
Radio
'cause I have a
because
few.
whether we know it or not, it probably left an impact on us. And we're like, oh, shit. Like, yeah, look at everyone going nuts here. This is fun. Oh, yeah. The end. Enjoy your NBA playoffs.
Have a good one.
Catch up on all your shows.
And tomorrow we have a new fresh show for you. Plus, tomorrow, you're gonna love this. An exclusive.
And by the way, working on a new Tickle Sack song, so stay tuned.
A sit down with WWE legend tomorrow. Tito Santana.
Nice.
Arriba!
How cool is that? So going way back on
Tito
Wednesday, and May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
If we don't see you tomorrow, but we hope to see you.
So tomorrow, a fresh show plus Tito Santana.
Chocolate Tito
we'll see you
Santana.
tomorrow. And then a Cinco de Mayo Thursday show, and then Sunday on Fox Sports. So have a good night.
You know what? That was a cute show.
It's a
It's
very
cute.
cute show.
Hey, arrivederci,
Cutie
baby.
Patootie. Bye. See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.